Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you for joining us on what is likely to be the conclusion of our third campaign. But before we come into this episode, we do have some announcements to get through this evening. Beginning with the first. Tonight's sponsor, our dear friends at Hit Point Press. Sam.
A new year means new RPGs and accessories from Hit Point Press. Matt, I gotta say, as we come into this episode, this is a bittersweet sponsorship because it might be the last one of Campaign 3. There's so many other ideas for ad bits that I didn't get to do. Some were too raunchy or too weird, or Marisha just said no to them flat out. But Hit Point Press is so cool that they said as long as I plugged their awesome products, I could finally do all the stuff I wanted to do in my ad bits, but never got the chance. So, sit back and enjoy a special list of my rejected ad ideas in song. Hit it!
No.
This campaign's gone on for far too long, so for this ad I made a special song to show you everything that I never got to do. Come on! I never got to skydive with my bestie. I never got to shave Talison's testes. I never sang Little Mermaid cause Disney Corp would sue. Dreamed of boxing Marisha in the ring and scaring Travis with the girl from the ring. But these are the things that I never got to do. I wanted to shoot a film noir. I wanted to rob a railroad car. I wanted to shower in cake and hot coffee. And now, thanks to tonight's sponsor, I get to do all of this and more. But first, let me read their product copy. Be sure to check out the amazing slate of... It's still going on, Marisha. Oh. Be sure to check out the amazing slate of new products from Hit Point Press. And for those who love Humblewood, the long-awaited Humblewood 2 Beyond the Canopy is coming soon to Kickstarter with new playable races, a new Gadgeteer class, and much more. Use your code HeyCR to get 10% off the order at hitpointpress.com. Now, back to the song for the big finale. Now to close with the thing that I want best, and it doesn't even violate our TOS. I finally get to show off my nipples, my nipples, my nipples. I'm a cat. Glad I got that off my chest.
Wow. No. That was a bop. Ooh.
I can't read what that is.
That's really good.
Oh, it's a 17.
You can't read
No,
it.
it's just all shit. Get shit out.
Yeah! Fair play.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. It definitely has kind of a fungusy, mildewed flavor to it, but it has contrasting textures. And as you kind of bring it up to taste this weird material, this like faint kind of purple, almost like a spongy material, it kind of pulls away, and there is kind of a almost like a yellowish green contrasting texture to it. As you kind of pull back, you see the material, this fungus, it's shifting. There's some sort of like almost like something is growing within the dark color and kind of occupying the vacuous space between.
I don't know, it's going through something. Maybe it's pregnant. Maybe this is some sort of...
Pregnant? What? I didn't know mushrooms could get pregnant.
We are somewhere beyond our wildest dreams. Who knows how any of this works?
And you faintly can see movement, like they're still tethering. They're still
Funguses are boning right now.
Yes,
They're getting pregnant.
They are coming together.
Oh, no. I've had a lot of people tell me they want me to step on them.
What's
Spark
that?
of static hits your awareness,
I might be
Caitlin,
one of them.
as pushing through a mostly closed curtain in the interior of a guest bedroom of Whitestone Castle, where a figure is sleeping alone on a bed, her red hair tangled, as a briefly shuddering bit of arcane static wakes you, Keyleth, from your slumber. The voice of Alora Sorin pressing into your consciousness. Keyleth, I know it's early, but major things are happening in Vasselheim. I think you and the rest should be present.
All right, no worries. We'll be right there.
Immediately go and try and see if Vax is still here.
Wouldn't he have been next to you?
Sleep together. Yeah.
What you do find, however, as you open your door to exit your chambers, that faint, kind of very early morning light kind of creeping through, is a single black feather that kind of drifts. Without even a moment's more awareness, you already know that he's gone. A door across the hallway opens and you see the yawning, stretching mass of Grog Strongjaw pressing out of his morning wake.
Oh, yeah. I slept so good. Oh, so it happens every morning. Just ignore it.
Oh. Nope, yeah, that's fine. Oh, wow. Quite the sun tree you got there.
Hey, I don't know what that means.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, I know it's early.
Is he here?
I was wondering if you knew that answer. Is he? Where did he sleep last night? I snuck away when you all were talking.
It was hard, I'm sure. We stayed up quite a while, but I thought he would go.
I offered him a best room, but I don't think he used it.
I get the feeling he's not here anymore.
I got up to go get some trinket bear claws from the Slayer's cake for everybody. But I'm having trouble carrying them because I don't have hands.
Wait, what?
Because you're still a...
No, you're
a good thing
you're
you've
a
got
horse.
Cerkonos
You have
at
a
your
horse.
side.
You have your arms.
Oh, I do have arms. I do have arms. I don't know how that worked for a second.
You can't feel them?
6 appendages? Oh, wow. That's cool.
This whole time you thought you had no arms?
They're just hanging limply. I don't know what to do.
I like that you bust my balls because I couldn't remember a magic item, and he thinks he has no.
I don't have arms.
They're right there.
Oh, God.
Are you riding him, or are you walking alongside him?
Ride him!
Would you allow me?
Up on, big boy.
It's my greatest honor. I'll bear back immediately.
Yes!
It's warm.
Yeah, you bet it is.
I think she really likes you. I think you made a really good impression.
You are an excellent coach. When you have time, I have a small list of jokes, puns, and quips I'd like to run by you for future endeavors.
It's always good to prep them ahead of time. That really makes them really feel off the cuff.
Yes, thank you. I'll explain them to you. They're funnier when you explain them.
Okay, sure. We'll work on your delivery. But you just be, I mean, I would say be yourself, but I don't think that that's a good idea. So, yeah.
I get it. I'm not humorous.
Do you take
No.
spice? Have you ever spiced?
I've never spiced.
Maybe some spice would do you good, just to loosen you up. I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay. This is awkward, but
Oh, I have hands.
if you don't tell the others, I would try once, but just with you.
Really?
You seem like you would be a good babysitter.
I would. You know, I have some in my saddlebag back there.
Maybe later, maybe later.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till the time is right.
I feel like it has to be the right environment.
Sure. A safe, dark space, friends around.
Okay.
Do you want her there too?
For the first time?
Well, it might be a bonding experience. You might confess things.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this idea. Yes.
Okay, I'll set it up.
Just grinning ear to ear.
Knowing that Vax did not take the best room, I did. So I am sleeping and still snoring in the ginormous bed, just finally getting the best sleep. Sleeping like a baby.
The door just splinters into the room.
No, roll for that.
They really don't make these as strong as they should.
Look at this big bed!
What up, buddy? Oh!
Pike goes flying.
Sorry. I pick her up, dust off her head. How'd you sleep?
I slept so good.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly. After all of the events, I don't feel like I've ever slept so well.
Wow. Maybe there was like a big cathartic release.
I think that's what it was.
A cardiac.
You actually said it
I got it
correct
right
the first time.
Amazing. But brush your teeth first, because goddamn.
I'm sorry for my impropriety. His energy is infectious.
It's something. Yeah.
I feel infectious is an absolutely appropriate word.
Yeah.
Scanlan.
Infectious. I've had that before.
Was her name infectious?
How did you know?
High Bearer Vord steps out from the opposing line. Bells held. You have stepped into the very center of the Moonweaver, charged with the means of our Pantheon's salvation. Conflicting reports speak that perhaps you are agents for the God Eater. Please clarify what you represent and what news you bring back.
We don't have time. That's the news we bring. It doesn't matter what you think. We didn't go there to sow chaos. We went there to help. And we're running out of time.
We seek counsel with the gods. It is imperative that we talk to them as soon as possible.
Earthbreaker Groon, off to the side of the front line, speaks.
And what of Braius?
We stopped Ludinus from using his power.
The only option we had was to contain it. For the time being.
Where is it contained? And with his voice, you swear you can hear a crackle of thunder rolling in the distance as the cloud grows darker on the periphery.
Orym just steps in front of Imogen, in front of the entire crowd. That's his answer.
The High Bearer acknowledges with the faintest of nods. And the only time you've ever seen fear enter the eyes of one of the eldest Dawn Marshals of the eldest city. She bears the God Eater. What do you intend?
Do you expect us to tell you? We're here to talk to the gods.
We represent the pantheon of this world, and have for generations. People have died and given their entire family's future to see your safety to your destination. All we ask is clarity.
We seek counsel with them to ensure their survival.
And it's at this point, emerging from the opposite side of the circle, the black-veiled mistresses of the Matron step from the outer edge.
That's stressing me out, man.
Go to her.
And you watch as this black bird-like form, immaterial but present, rises into a spectral shape of a cloaked female, her white mask standing, protective of your troop, like a dome of black sheer silk.
She's like over top of us?
So cool. If you look up, you can see straight up her dress. Is she wearing panties?
She is. They're kind of dirty.
Panties? That's gross.
It's an endless void. Is that where we go when we die?
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
They carry the egg that would eat all. But they do so at the behest of all of our futures. They are here with my protection, and I would ask all of yours. For as it was said, there is not much time. You see the spectral image of some hooded, cloaked, wraith-like entity as it seems to almost slither along this thread. You see flickers of glass-like eyes and fangs snapping through the wind as it comes. Another, you see brighter than the others, a burning star-like ball, and it looks like the shining, glistening set of armor, the images and consciousnesses of the various gods of Exandria begin to drown out your vision of the city itself, until here, under her shadow, you are surrounded by a council. At times, just colors and pillars of shifting emotion. And with a blink for a moment, you see clear shapes. A bearded, muscular man who seems to roil like the storm. You see a woman of white hair and an endless, unraveling spool of scrolls. You see a dark, squat and furious being, its jaw filled with teeth of a bleeding eye. You see the shadow of extending spined arms, 8 from a female form. You see a squat, chiseled man, himself adorned with all manner of tool and hammer, stone in form and rigid and timeless, a pillar of strength. And it's at this moment that all of them become aware of you. What you know to be the Dawnfather speaks first.
Matron, why do you call the family here? Where do we stand on the precipice of oblivion?
The matron shrinks and instead joins your presence. These 8 are the only keys any of us have to survival. And I believe they have earned the right to share the path forward. Show them what you carry.
I turn toward the Dawnfather. And I let the fury of Predathos that feels like almost vertigo inside of me come to the surface for a moment. And all of my lightning flares very bright, and I look into his eyes so he can see.
For a brief, flickering moment, you see Imogen, but you see around her this immaterial shape of extending red and blue, kind of a clouded concept of hunger and flesh and crystal. You see the protean image of what you've just battled in the core of Ruidus. And in that moment, all of the gods flare, burning brightly. all the color of the chamber shifts, and suddenly you are now engulfed in white light from all sides, as now the shapes that defined them melt away, and instead you just see 24 burning beings.
Well then, should we eat her? Is that how we stop it? Eat the eater?
And other voices. I think not. I'm more interested in, who goes first. Do we start to run now? After all, it's only the slowest that need to worry. Another voice peeks out from the opposite side from the flashing of color and movement. Our children would not abandon us. If they wished us dead and gone, it would be unleashed already. Hear them out. All of them, as you feel their attention focus onto the matron, or both of them. And you see the faintest dark spot beyond the shoulders of them. A flicker of darkness. That burning flame in one shape that looks like an eye. Before it flickers out of view.
You mentioned running. That is something you can do. We won't stop you from doing what you want, obviously, but if you don't want to run, if you'd like to stay with your children, we offer you the chance to do what you did before, what we witnessed you doing before, which is to accept a mortal form.
You feel this rumble strike through them. The one that roils and flashes like a storm.
They hold us hostage. Our creations hold us hostage.
Another voice in the back goes,
Indeed. Perhaps we earned it in time.
Another familiar voice goes,
Oh, trust me, they're very good and very clever. But don't worry. I've had quite a few conversations with them, and they're cleverer than you think.
I have been working with them. And though you may view me from outside your kin, I do care about each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. You see one with massive curled horns that burn back, a bit of flame flickering on its shoulders. As it flickers past you, Braius, you feel this fire burning your chest as it nods.
Now I look like Grog in the morning.
The rites of Ascension have been reassembled, rewritten, reconfigured. We now weave the fabric of reality, concept, and possibility into the rites of Catatheosis. All the gods kind of pause.
Because they don't know what that word means.
Who's going to admit it? Who's going to admit it? I know.
But the crawling
I fucking hate cats. What of the whispered one and his false ascension?
And as they all kind of look around, that same flicker of shadow that you saw briefly appear before on the periphery, like the echoes of a voice behind goes,
All truths are mutable in time.
all mysteries a problem to solve. The knowing mistress speaks up in response. Indeed. And in time we shall solve you once more.
Just don't let him take a mortal form. Perdothos will take care of it.
The rites take us all who are present, for the gate must fall for it to work. So those who wish not to be part of this, run. Those that do, we shatter the gate together.
and are reborn. Somewhere. To walk as them once was a travesty. To walk as a mortal forever is a curse. At least obliteration brings dignity. As he's having this conversation, a second conversation enters your mind, Braius. You have done well, Doomseed. Follow the call of my other servants and find me again. The rewards for your service are unimaginable. For once we do, we find them, and it's a race to punish them forever.
Might I suggest that fate is a strange thing? Fate brought me to you. It delivered me in my time of need. You gave me great counsel. You gave me great power and great opportunity. And I listened. And I used your weapons and your tools. I learned your lies. Might I suggest that this is an opportunity? Just as fate delivered me to you, I feel like it might have delivered me to these people. I've always sought a family, and I sought it in your hells. But I found another hells. And they're pretty cool. They're not pious. They're not believers. They're not devotees like you would expect. But I think that that's right. They represent Titans and Ashari and Fae and Ruidus-born and the wisdom of ages and the wisdom of death. They're not godly people, which is why I think they can be trusted. Like you, they've just been searching for something. Searching to reconnect with something, someone. As I have. A family. And I fear that if you run, you'll never get a chance again to reconnect with yours. I guess my last prayer is that you would listen to ours and accept the offer and find your family again.
Make a persuasion check for me.
27.
Of course they want us brought low, brought to their level.
It snaps towards Braius, and as it does, you hear in your mind,
Interesting point. Well, hold true to your faith. I'm not daunted or worried for you. Fractured faith is my specialty.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be truer to you. But when I promised you I would betray them, I guess I lied.
Fire.
you all watch as the flames seem to grin. A low resonant chuckle kind of emanates and reverberates outward as you hear in your mind, I'll find you.
Your family, you've been together for so long. I think you've forgotten how much fun it is to meet someone. To meet someone new. Imagine the fun of trying to find each other. What a new experience after all these years.
Hunt each other.
If that's what you want to call it. Sure.
That's a fun game, too.
She's right, though. Life can be fun. And Dorian's gonna reach into his pocket, and he's gonna grab out just a little set of dice that he's had with him since the very beginning. And he's gonna start to juggle his little dice. I didn't really get into dice until I was a little bit older. In taverns, after shows. It's pretty fun. Do you know why it's fun? Oop, and he stumbles one. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You've been gods for so long. Wouldn't it be nice not to know what comes next?
Laudna spikes the dice out of his hand.
You get my point. And then I'll do a quick pirouette, pull out his flute, and go doodly-doo. Put it back in, and he's like, I have a chance to live a life. I've lived more life in the last few months than I ever thought I could. Life is fun. Certainly legacy is important. Family, responsibility, honor, but to live life for yourself for once? Instead of your followers, to be free?
That's beautiful.
I'll grab one of the ones I fumbled. I'll throw it over my shoulder. We'll never know what that was. And that's okay.
And what if we just ate you now and ran?
5 heads, what's that like? Would you come back with 5 heads? Would you be something else? I don't know if you have a temple in Vasselheim. I certainly haven't seen it. You know what we call that city where I come from? We call it the Coward City. Because all they did was act like your children and build themselves a tiny wall. Just like yours. You fucking coward. Why don't you come down here and find out which of you is lying to yourselves about what you think of us and what you'd want to do? I've seen plenty of it. I have heard those intimate little conversations that a few of you had in Aeor. Every fucking word. I don't believe you. You might believe you. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. All fucking 5 of them.
Yeah, baby. We'll find you first.
Cannot wait.
You feel the kind of lycanthrope urge, that pulse within you begin to swell a bit at the renewed presence.
We all like to say that we are something beyond the animals we found here, but we all still work on instinct. This one's been quiet.
Me?
I thought you were dead. Oh, wow.
It's funny. I've actually been looking for death in all of this. I've been doing this for a long time. 400 years, 400. Got the badge and everything. There is a lot of cowardice around here. I assume it's just fear from the unknown. The next great adventure, whatever that could be. You guys should be excited about this. It's a chance to really mix things up. We don't fear death. Well, I think some of us do. Only because we know the people that would be left behind would miss us. I would only miss them. And we had to face that fear. We came out on top. And Imogen over here is about to change everything. But it really is simple. It's kind of a binary choice. You can live, or you can run. And running is finite. It always catches up with you. But if you choose life, let's see you make it to 400 and break my record.
As they all glance back down towards you, one of you gets to make the final
conclusion remark. Oh my god. This is your... So all of the previous checks are all modifying this final roll.
Oh, boy.
Farts are funny.
Is this a persuasion roll? This will be a
It's
persuasion.
however you want to present this.
So much light. So much power. Must be a hard decision. To run away or to survive. Whatever you choose, you should make a decision quickly. 'Cause I'm getting hungry.
I don't know what kind of imagery could support that.
It's a big floating middle finger.
Yeah.
The matron's voice.
Maybe you can make Predathos look like it's...
So I'm going to cast a minor illusion, and the image that we fought of Predathos with the spiked head and the Rylorian kind of face starts to almost like emanate. It's this like visage that starts to arise like around Imogen, like its power beginning to manifest.
Join us, or join the annihilation that took your precious Tengar. Go ahead and make your persuasion roll. So the DC on this is a 30.
A 30!
Yeah.
Go witch.
For every point below 30, a member of the Pantheon does not join in the ritual.
Oh, jeez.
Say it again. Say it again. For every number below 30.
For every point below 30, a member of the Pantheon will not partake in the ritual.
I love it.
Okay, well, hang on.
I love it.
Wait.
There's
You get a
12,
13.
right?
It's
12. So.
Prime.
So she's got to roll a 13 to get all of them.
Wait,
Yeah.
we should funnel our energy into you with a
Okay.
little like chaos random.
Yeah, like Chaos Random,
while you're
everybody?
doubling the dice. This is just a this is the Pantheon.
I'm going double time.
Yeah.
This is a critical roll.
Are they both
They're
cocked?
both cocked?
Do it on the table, do it on the table.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Shut up!
What was the other dice?
Amazing.
And sometimes, I'll say you do not remember the moments where the dice fail you and don't lead to interesting narrative, but you distinctly remember the moments where the dice do land and create unique narrative.
Speaking of which, tonight, the show that they're about to see, there's some crazy ass dice rolls.
There is some crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
One of the craziest of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I have a question.
The symphony of tones, an endless heavenly and demonic music that swirls amongst this council of ancient powers begins to crescendo in ways you don't understand until eventually the shadow of the matron fills your perception. Darkness consumes you, and the sense of warmth fades to cold on your cheeks. And then suddenly you blink and your eyes are back in Vasselheim. Everyone looks around you expectantly. Everyone looks up. The sound of a cracking glacier magnified 1,000,000 times echoes across the sky as it looks like the very air above cracks. Golden spidering breaks begin to carve out of nothing as you see the flicker of countless arcane, divine magical equations. A flash of the divine gate itself beginning to crumble. It echoes off in all directions. The clouds
are scattered off, and now the clear blue sky itself, an endless kaleidoscope, a kaleidoscope of crackling gold, before it all dissipates at once. And in that moment you hear rumbles. You hear the shifting of mountains. And everyone at once knows the gods again walk Exandria. The ritual requires one more piece. She looks over towards the direction of the Kreen. I need your artifact. The dynasty kind of all looks about each other, and the Bright Queen says, we do not take into your... We cannot allow such a relic into the hands of your... We do not understand. What is this for? If I'm to bind my family with this ritual, I need a beacon to complete the binding.
I'll do it.
No. Wait, are you?
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Wait, Ashton.
It's all right. This is good.
What will it do to them?
Wait. You're gonna start being
Spoilers.
selfless now?
Oh. I go over and I give Chetney a very uncomfortable hug and I make it hurt. I love you, old man. And you've never understood me. And I'm gonna walk forward.
Well, wait. What does
The
this
matron's
mean?
arms begin to curl around, and as she does, you watch soldiers get pushed back by some unseen force as the very ground itself, the center of the city, this open pathway was once this kind of circular courtyard that sits at the base of the mountain, suddenly begins to alight with all manner of runes. And you watch as she kind of moves her fingers about, the inside of the mask's dark eyes begin to glow that same kind of silver glow. She's in the process of writing this equation that in itself is a fractal within a fractal. It is an endless pattern that looks like long, thick runic bands built of smaller runes that are built of smaller runes that are built of smaller runes. And as she carves it out in the space, this is but a sketch. As you look up into the sky and notice that it is mirrored on an impossible scale amongst where the Divine Gate once stood. Without even turning, she just extends her hand towards you.
I walk forward and I offer my left hand.
She takes your hand and lifts you off your feet. Places both of her hands around you, almost like you are the core of a prayer position. As you're nodding, the rest of you notice the runes are like extending across his body and starting to weave up. And all seem to almost extend like endless circuit board curvatures and knots, Gordian and extending endless around, all piercing into, it seems, the exterior where the exposed oddity that resides within his head crystal. Before the matron jettisons him at an incredible speed up into the air. Nearly breaking the sound barrier, you see atmosphere kind of burning off the sides as he's sent higher than you could ever conceive in but a matter of moments before he gets almost caught up in the spider web network of this ritual. The matron removes her mask. And when she looks upon you all, it is just a pale absence of expression. As she looks at it, will return. She places it back on, holds her hands out, and you hear that odd chorus of discordant harmonic music again. As the entirety of your horizon view gets brighter and brighter and brighter. You almost can hear war horns in the distance. You can hear the cracking and sundering of something far off.
It's almost like in one moment you can feel every war, every conflict that has echoed through the history of Exandria itself brimming and about to strike at once. Time, presence, matter, philosophy, concept, existence, all seems to almost fold into one moment, as in the core of this equation. This old, forbidden, fractured rite made new, made strange, made hopeful. There is a flash of gray. A flash of Greymore. And in a blink, it's all gone. She's gone, the storm's gone, the rumbling's gone, the lattice is gone. Just the blue sky above. A held moment where all breaths are still clutched in the chest of everyone present in the city, likely everybody in this world. Those who did not know what was even happening feel a change, a shift, stronger than that of the snapping back of the magical ley lines that themselves were on the cusp of untethering and tearing apart. Twice, in oh so short time, the magic of this world has been rewritten. But as that collective exhale is happening, you see just the faintest dark shape. As the limp form of your friend Ashton plummets from an impossible height.
I turn. Is Essek here?
You make a perception check.
25. 25.
You do not see Essek anywhere nearby. You do see a somewhat shabby, bearded, familiar-looking mage who is kind of looking upon all this aghast.
You. Yes, hi, sorry. Do you have a potion? Do you have one of those Nancy potions?
No,
Someone here must. Everyone in Exandria is here. There's got to be spare Dunamancy.
You see, he looks to the Bright Queen, looks to you, looks to Caleb, looks to all of you. Comes over and sits next to Caleb, and Caleb, you recognize this common image that your partner takes. Hello.
Do you carry anything on you?
I carry everything with me. And he places his fingers over yours, and where the transmuter stone crystal is, you watch as his fingers pressing against yours begin to conjure the basis of Dunamantic script within the glass, and as it does, you see flickers and flashes as the transmuter stone seems to almost expand and then contract. And for moments you see the stone vanish and it's empty once more. And then you see shards of crystal apparating outside and slowly reforming. Like in this brief little pocket, time has reversed. And as the fingers press hard against yours to the point where the crystal, the transmuter stone is now gone, you think. It's like nothing had happened. But Essek's fingers are painfully pushing into yours. And as they intertwine, sweat's dripping from his brow. And he pulls back and gets blasted away, his illusion dropping immediately. He's thrust about 5 feet back. And the kaleidoscopic flash begins to glitter on the inside of the head as the raised dead takes effect.
Hey.
Am I dead? Because if I am, this is really a disappointment.
No.
See?
No.
No. No.
You're okay.
Uh-huh.
You're okay.
I want to sleep for
Now, you get to do that.
We've been through this before. You have to call him Kingsley now.
right off, Sam.
I look at Essek.
I look at the Bright Queen.
The Bright Queen stands watching as Kreen's soldiers now begin to move to encircle. Essek has kind of gotten to his feet now as the soldiers swirl in. He
quickly flashes an incantation. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, come on.
Caleb
Nick.
is moving toward the Bright Queen, not threateningly, but within parley distance.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
It's a 9. That's a failure on the counterspell. So Essek immediately vanishes.
Oh.
That was Essek!
Oh!
The sharp pain hits again.
What can we do? What do we do to help you?
I don't know. I just hold my hand.
Grip her hand tight.
Funny the whole time. We've been together. I've been dealing with voices on the outside.
I more than most understand what you're going through.
And I look inward to the child.
You feel that lightish being, that small, primal alien presence within, curling from its slumber. It looks back at you. I'm so hungry.
I know. There's nothing for you here.
Why?
All your food went away. You've been gone so long. I'm sorry. I know.
And you feel its presence suddenly spread within you, piercing into your physical self. It's like it's trying to claw through and out and drag your very essence with it. The rest of you watch as suddenly Imogen's chest begins to tense and pull. Instinctually, purple lightning begins to arc off of her body. She begins to lift up in the air. You watch her arms and chest and shoulders contort. Her eyes go bright.
Just keep a tight grip on her hand. Next to fine.
Same.
You feel it tearing you apart from within.
Can I try to funnel my energy and allow it to escape?
Go ahead and roll a charisma check for me.
2. 22.
As you feel it clawing through your consciousness, as well as finding an escape through the physical pathways that connect your consciousness to the physical, you instead try and guide that exit point, as opposed to letting it just rend at any direction to wherever it hopes to find the thinnest surface of resistance. Instead, you almost jingle the arcane keys to keep its attention where you want it to go. As opposed to physically pulling its way through, you begin to release it through the spaces that you know to be the least resistance. The rest of you watch as Imogen closes her eyes and seems to curl into a ball as her focus goes inward, the energy around her. Like a massive plasma ball, just arcing out around all of you, arcing into you. You can feel it. It burns, it tingles, it doesn't quite damage, but you feel the very basis of this power granted to her and how dangerous it can be when unbridled. But you hold yourselves taut until eventually her eyes and mouth open, and you watch out of her ears, out of her eyes, her nose, her mouth, just this black and red gaseous fume just emanates outward, itself like a flashing black volcanic storm of purple energy. As it begins to spill out of her, it begins to congeal and shift, and you see claws, you see teal and purple glows pulsing within this ever-growing and spreading roiling storm of something not of this physical realm. Even what you took into you on Ruidus was mostly you changed. This, in its pure, unleashed form, it seems to defy dimension in ways that you've come to understand. It seems to spread and entirely envelop the sky as much as it seems like maybe just a few feet away. Depth seems to fold on itself. This entity seems to walk in its truest form between dimensions. And you watch as it seems to spread, its endless consciousness kind of flickering and looking everywhere it can, the fury of its flashing and spark, suddenly coming to a cold, quiet sigh before it drifts off toward the stars where from whence it came, the darkness eventually giving way to blue.
I grab my water skin, give it a nice cold cup of water, just like old times. Yeah.
I did just need to barf it up.
I drew a picture. It's not a view barfing, but it's a nice picture of you.
Wow. That's really nice, Braius.
Like that.
That's beautiful.
So fast.
That's so beautiful.
I mean, it was just a sketch. It's just a doodle, no big deal.
Wow.
Power's out.
Is that strong, band of the Titanic still playing?
Yeah.
I love it.
When in doubt, we will D&D.
We're not.
Who's so good?
You are.
But no, love you all so much. So grateful that you would ever spend the time to do this silly stuff with us, and on to many wild years of weird adventures to come.
Yes.
To Exandria! Can I get everyone's attention, please? I'm really sorry. The County of Los Angeles has declared a state of emergency. And we cannot, in good conscience, continue to shoot here.
And we're not going to try and squeeze in stuff and then try and get out of... Fuck that, we're not going to mess. Right.
This sucks, big time. We've been running this set off of a generator off back, and I want to make sure that our amazing Nate and other people who have to shut down the generator don't get electrocuted by falling power lines.
Yeah.
And we will let you guys know when we can reschedule. And the good news is, if you're able to come back out, we'll be jumping right into it.
Hey. All good. Feel less bad.
Oh, hello there, friends. We just wanted to thank you from everybody here at CR for your patience while we take care of our family and our friends and our cast and our crew with everything that's been going on during this time. And we've been trying everything we can to bring back our beautiful city. So Critical Role Foundation is currently raising funds for 3 incredible organizations: the California Community Wildfire Recovery Fund, the Latino Community Foundation, and the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. If you can donate, anything helps. It would mean the world. Head to criticalrolefoundation.org. We love you.
And welcome back. Of course, up top you'll notice a little different from where we left off. If you saw the video at break, this was shot in chunks because halfway through our actual finale filming, we had the winds and fire hit and state of emergency, and we had to stop. So we're picking this up a ways after when it's safe and everyone can reconvene. We come into a dark, shadowy realm, a place where distant glimmers of floating golden threads drift from an invisible wind. And there amongst, and a little bit above, the ever undulating flow of deep crimson that marks this platformed liminal space, a figure suddenly arise in a swirling swath of black feathers. Well, Vasselheim, if I could have you return to the table, please. The brief gift
filled with more distant than maybe you were hoping for. In your night in Whitestone was both filling and hard, slipping away faster than you had hoped, both in time and in maybe brief connection. And before you could even truly grasp what that could be or could have been, here you are plucked from it. Your eyes refocusing in the familiar dark plane of your matron. Welcome back.
I am ever at your call.
Indeed. Times are mutable as of late, for even the matron herself may have a thread of her own beyond her vision. There was always a wake that I could not peer past. And in this moment, I stand at the top of that wall and look down into a future of possibility. Frightful and exciting. She raises a hand, and emerging from the shadow to your right, another figure. One you've had a distant awareness of, but one of unexpected arrival here in the matron's realm. Morrighan, you who were taken as a chosen of the matron in recent times here in the crux of this great, terrible, intense climb to an unknown answer. You were brought to the front lines and then pulled aside, a new, unclear path of guidance by the goddess of death and transition. And here, in the midst of its throes and the end of the conflict that you were so hoping to be present and part of, you are plucked and brought here. And to your side, you see, truly for the first time in person, a figure you've heard quite a bit about. The champion of the matron, Vasselheim.
Wow. Vasselheim. I'm Morrighan. It's nice to meet you.
I have seen you from afar.
I've seen you as well. You've been like a fine mist, marking ahead of my path for the last few weeks.
In this moment of tense, perhaps even mildly confused eye contact, you both feel a shift, and as you glance back towards the matron, her form encompassing the majority of the space of your vision. She is immense. This is her realm. This is her. And in that brief moment of perspective, you feel so small, but still embraced, still protected. Today is a strange day, but one that will keep me and the rest of the gods of Exandria safe. For we step beyond a boundary we had not thought possible, though some of us had briefly walked it once before. Perdathos is loose. The God Eater seeks our end. So, we will no longer be gods. With the aid of some clever mortal upstarts, I've reforged the rite of Ascension. And in this singular, carefully stretched moment of time before I crossed that threshold, we've all agreed to join the cycle of mortal rebirth and abscond from the scent of the Red End.
Where will I find you? You'll need us at your side at all times. You're going to be very vulnerable.
Well,
The role of the champion has never been more important to the sanctity and future of Exandria. Once only mantles granted in times of crisis. Now a role eternally entwined with the coming age. Her arm reaches out over Morrighan and grasps her. Indeed. You and the rest that will join you. And as her hands clasp over you, you feel this cold shake into your very person, this kind of uncontrollable shudder as the darkness completely takes you in. But it's welcoming, as much as it is frightening. Like a momentary return to a womb you'd forgotten, you see a flash behind your closed eyelids of the great golden skein of fate. And for a brief moment you see across hundreds of thousands of gossamer threads. You see beyond the true realm of death, and you feel the pain, the peace, the welcoming joy of every moment's end. And then as her fingers pull back, you are the same but different. You can feel your heartbeat slow. You feel the leathers you wore themselves now given exaggeration and purpose. As the matron says, where once there was one, there is now two. She steps forward and places her hand on your chest. And you feel this warmth kind of surge through your torso, just a little wave of. And you watch as the faintest bit of color returns to the pale cheeks of Vasselheim. You feel what was long a still and silent heartbeat beat for the first time in decades. Take a fragment of your life back. There is more than your duty now. You've shown me your true, loyal self. But you are loyal to many, and I've held you as my own greedily for too long.
His face holds stoic, but his eyes glisten for the first time in many an age.
Come find me. And in the times where you need to rest, where you need to lean, go to them. Go to her.
Listen, I know we don't know each other very well, but I find myself very unencumbered and very hungry. For just about anything, honestly. So I can help you.
I think we're going to get along well.
I think so too. I think we'll be friends.
Light takes your vision, and you feel yourself plucked and pulled to a realm, a familiar, bright realm of warm light. As this brief moment seems to pull, and there, the flickering, burning, bright visage of a Dawnfather upon his throne, surrounded by endless starlight, leans forward, the welcome heat washing over you. As he leans in, you feel that paternal distance fade and the warmth wash over you.
Deanna.
Are you okay? I know I'm supposed to be mad, and we didn't leave on great terms, but are you okay?
We are all fine.
That's good.
We have discussed and agreed to a unique means of ending
all of the sorrow.
What do you mean? Ending?
We are to join you in the cycle of mortality and leave Predathos to starve in the stars where it belongs. But as such, we will be leaving you for a time. I will be leaving you, but we will be back in faces you may not recognize. And there will be a time in which the world will be without our guidance.
I want to step forward and close the distance between us. There's something about him that always has commanded such distance and reverence in that looking up and looking away. But if he's going to reclaim, or claim for the first time, mortality and what that means, I think I just don't want him to feel alone.
You step towards him, and the heat is intense. At a certain threshold, that distance is given physicality, even in this prayer-like vision space. You push through it, and where the pain would begin to take over, you notice there is no ignition. There's just a burning sensation that becomes a renewed warmth. And as you look at your hand and look back at was this massive armored figure, you see maybe a 7-foot figure of burning head standing there before you. The heavy sound of metals clacking onto the ground as armor falls away, leaving there standing slightly less oppressively bright, but a burning figure in simple robes, looking at you, head slightly cocked with confusion.
Yeah, come here. Bring it in. Come on, all the way down. You could have made me tall. It's your vision.
The Dawnfather steps forward and kneels down, placing his arms around you. And it is that unique overlapping of a sensation of heat that should hurt, but it just feels comforting. You feel the flicker of the flame and the intense vibration of the energy that he emits as the guardian of light and life and day. And in this moment, you just hear him sigh into your ear. I'm sorry for my distance.
Me too. I don't blame you for any of it. Oh, this is weird. There's something about being a parent. You just try to make the best choices you can for your family. And I don't know what you've been through or how long it's been, but I do know something about having to start over and how scary that can be. But you're gonna be okay. I don't even know if you need comforting. Maybe I just kind of need to hear that from me too. We're gonna be okay.
I know we are.
Are you scared? You don't have to tell me.
I don't know what I'm feeling. Maybe I've never given myself a moment of self-reflection. It's regret, it's pride, it's concern, it's defeat, it's excitement. Is this what it's like to be mortal, I suppose?
It is. It's a lot of things, all the time. And it's so much to manage. Can I give you a little advice?
Please.
Find people. All of this can be too much But if you have people, it's all worth it. All of the pain and the fear and the joy and the love. Sometimes it's easy to forget, but it's everywhere in this world you built, that you and your family built. And I don't know if I've ever thanked you for that. Thank you for all of this. You did a really good job. And I want to just like kind of stroke his hair like I'm comforting one of my kids.
Like any parent, we're just trying to do our best.
Yeah.
Mistakes and all.
Our mistakes are never what define us. They're what we do next. It was very cruel to you when I asked you if you were worth saving. You can't save everyone, but everyone is worth saving.
I remember this feeling. I remember it now. It has been a time. And you feel him start to, like, diminish. And the light get darker.
I want to just reach out and grab. There's just this weird, desperate burst. One more thing. And you can say no. Where will you be? Where will you come back to? Where will you be born?
I have no idea. And that's exciting.
Okay.
But perhaps you or somebody else might find me. The light gets darker. And darker still. And through the near blinding light, as it begins to grow dimmer and dimmer, as he begins to drift into shadow, like a candle slowly going out, you can see that kind of bewildered smile on his face. Perhaps we'll meet again.
I'm sure.
By all the great passions, and they went up the side of the heaven stair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wow, that was dramatic. You're lovely.
Can I see if I can sense Chetney, if I can smell him?
Make a perception check for me. With advantage.
I'm using...
You pick him up, and Chetney has a very particular scent. You would know. I have the rest of Bell's house at the table, please.
I took your chair. I'm sorry. Take it. Just be here. Hey, you've earned this. Ooh. Hold on, I do prefer this. You think we're smushing more? I didn't do enough Ozempic for this. I know. I'm as small as I Jenny!
You think the gods? The gods are dead. They're dead.
Jenny! They're calling your name, Chet.
Who is?
I don't know.
FRIDA!
Oh my gosh.
Deanna!
On!
Hi.
Oh!
Hi.
Oh god.
I'm their hat.
Sorry, our eyes had to adjust a little bit. It was blinding light.
Yeah, what
everywhere.
happened? What was that? Are you guys all okay? Were you dying?
Was that you falling?
It's a lot
I wasn't
to unpack.
there.
Your head is...
It's
different.
It's different.
Yeah, it looks good.
I haven't actually seen it yet.
Do you want to?
Sure.
Above my forehead.
I give like a little extra lighting, courtesy of the Dawnfather.
Yeah.
I'm fine. FRIDA.
I know.
You do.
I do.
How did you know?
I felt it.
I'm so sorry.
We're sorry to you guys.
I'm sorry for you, yeah.
We wanted to tell you, but we knew we wanted to do it personally and not. And getting messages out was...
It's okay.
It was so weird.
Last couple of months has been kind of a blur.
Who are you? Who are you?
New friends.
Hi, Deanna.
Hi, Deanna.
Hi, it's
Dorian
amazing to meet
Storm,
you.
Humble Bard. I've heard. This is them. That's over the campfire. I've heard about you.
There's a talking piece of metal over here. Nobody just
What are
thinks
you?
that
What's
this
this?
is.
What are you? Why is?
This is Braius Doomseed.
Hi, yes.
Deanna.
Nice to meet you.
See, this is name. Really?
I don't even need to talk to you in your head to see that.
Stop it.
Sounds.
Oh, that reminds me. I made a bunch of my game on the toy craft. It's really pretty good. But I actually didn't end up using this. I made you something.
Wait for me.
Yeah, I was reminded of all of our wild escapades on the beach under the moonlight. And I stole a big piece out from this tight ass in Whitestone. And it reminded me of what we used to do. Anyway, this Rolo son of a bitch, he has this huge clock tower. I just snatched a little gear out of there and put it together with wood. I thought it would just remind you of us.
The motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
Thanks, Teddy. This is really nice.
Oh, God. Some betrayer.
Name names.
Some people say Asmodeus. Some people call him the Lord of Lies, the King of the Hells.
Some people say Asmodeus.
Oh, really? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
You're incredibly bad at
Did you
this.
say that to him in person? Tell me you said his name to him.
I did. Is that not how you say
You
it?
said his name wrong to his
You
face.
said it correct me. You have to tell me the truth. You do not lie to me. Did you say his name wrong to his face?
I could lie to you if I wanted to. I'm very good at it. But no, I actually said it to his face. He didn't even blink.
That means he likes you. He gave you a pass.
Hold on, could I have fucked the Dawnfather? Damn it!
What?
Everything is dateable. If we've done anything, it's that everything is dateable.
Like you didn't know that was going to come. That's what
Make an insight check.
Alexandria.
Yeah, you might not have yet, but
There's
you sure
always
can
a
down the road.
27.
27. I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Like 20.
That's gonna be 12 plus the dungeon master's 300. You don't know.
I absolutely could have.
Call your guy.
Who's your guy?
Oh, I have a guy. I have a guy. He
Tevin
works
Class?
for
Tevin Class?
Tevin Campbell.
Kevin
Campbell? Little
Lord
T?
Lies. He
Little
works
T?
for the Lord of Lies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is he single? Why don't you ask? You
I'm
can
gonna
ask
ask
him.
him.
Are you still a champion? Are you still tied to him? Do you have freedom now?
Oh, you kissed it?
Yeah, I kissed it.
You summon him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's how you summon him with that weak shit? Get on that hand.
Oh, God.
There it is.
Wait, is everybody looking at us? Are you summoning a fucking...
Fucking motivate him to show up, why don't you?
Yeah, as you are here at the apex of the mountain, like this like built stone platform that marks
I just
like
stick
the
my hand
viewing
under my
point at the top.
dress.
We're back, baby!
Look at how
It's because Bria's at the table. She brings it out of him.
Spell doesn't say anything.
Come here.
As you kiss your ring, the air around suddenly takes on a sulfurous smell.
Opal, I'm with your friends. Are you yourself? Or under her influence?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Opal, if you quickly step in here and...
Oh, that's yes! Did you? Yeah, let's go!
This is the scariest place I've ever been. I've been to the gynecologist a lot this year.
Touch all the buttons.
Do something crazy.
Suddenly, within your mind, you hear an unfamiliar voice ask questions from some ether-like space.
Hello? I don't know. I think so. My head's quiet. I think I'm close. Did you lose a body?
5 words left.
Perfect.
Fall out of the sky.
She didn't sound evil. She sounded sweet and said her head was clear.
Great, great.
And she said she said she didn't hear the voice is quiet. That's what she said. And I was distracted by the sound of her beauty. And
the voice
She
is so
sounded beautiful?
yeah, she sounded gorgeous. And she said she saw Ashton fall.
Oh, she's close.
So she's close. I can send her another message.
Sure. Hey, Elba, come on back.
She's gone already.
She left.
She's showing home.
I can text her from my phone. I just don't know her.
You run today, girl.
That was all that was in our contract.
I have sending. I just do not know who she is. Be like, hi, random number. What's good?
Yes.
You sound hot.
Yes, we're close. We're on the hill up Heaven's Bridge. Stairs, Heaven's Stairs.
Tell her to listen for the thunder. Listen for the thunder.
Listen for the thunder. Dorian says hi.
Oh, Dorian. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm gonna immediately cast Thunderclap 50 feet above us.
Mr. Pocketpig, can I speak to you alone for a second?
Of course, yes, of course.
So when we saw Ashton, not Ashford, when we saw Ashton fall from, that's what, long story.
Okay.
It wasn't just him that led us to you, them that led us to you. It was, I could smell you.
I'm sorry. I'm real old. It sounded like you said you could smell me. I mean, it's been a hectic 48, 72, but
Yeah.
I don't think...
No, it's not that. I mean, I'm like you now.
You've been That's right.
Wait. You made a robo-wolf.
Wait.
You made a
Robo Lobo.
Wait. When you say...
Oh my god, I forgot about
It's technically a
Can I lean in on FRIDA and just do a little...
Yeah, sniff each other's butts.
A little, yeah, can we... just make a little Ouroboros.
While the Dawn Marshals of Vasselheim are like,
Look
away! Don't look me in the eye, motherfucker!
It's been so hard.
Sorry.
It's just Deanna and I, and she's been great, but it happened one time, and it was FCG. I felt like every fiber in my steel body ripped apart and put together again, and then I was angry, so angry, and I couldn't understand why, and then it dawned on me that they were gone, and that anger turned to something primal. And then I didn't remember, and I woke and Deanna was there, and there were a lot of dead things around me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
that sounds very familiar. This is new. I mean, you are frankly metal.
Yeah.
You.
Well, more than metal, soul.
Yes. Yes.
But you know, it's like the metal. I can feel things. I can smell things. I can see things. I can hear things. It's like it's incredible.
It is, isn't it?
But it's fucking scary.
Of course. I mean, all new things are, but also exhilarating. Metal wolf, motherfucker. This is great. You must feel very concerned that you wouldn't be able to control this. Were you worried about Deanna?
Yeah, I don't think she's too worried, but yes, I'm worried about Deanna and everyone and anyone.
You can tame the wolf, you know what I'm saying?
I'd rather not think about it.
I asked.
That was a long night for me.
I understand. I don't want to be too forward, but I've only just recently gotten a hold of this myself, and it took the instruction and care of people that knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, that's so this is kind of I was hoping that I could You made me, and I was hoping I could study with you, Mr. Buckby.
That's so strange. I swore I would never make anything out of metal. I guess we all have to try new tricks.
Incredible. I love it here.
FRIDA, I've never had a protege, but I've been one. And it would be a great honor if you would allow me to guide you through this. There are many people the Gorgine are fucking nuts, and they will love to see this.
That is, I have to tell Deanna, but yes.
My slate's open. We did the thing, so, a project I'm here for.
When I felt FCG go, it was like, the best thing in the world being ripped off of it and compressed into something small and ugly. And I was angry at all of you. I wondered, how could they let that happen, right? And then that turned into, we've been alive for a long time. And when you lose everything, you gain gratitude. And I think I've never been more grateful. So thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Not many in this world are older than I am, especially now that they're gone. That means a lot. And I know what FCG meant to you, what he meant to all of us. If it's any consolation now, he saved us. They were the only thing that kept us alive.
I can feel them still. Their soul. I can. It's like a song I don't remember. But I want to remember. I want to remember. Thank you.
Of course. And who knows? If you can topple gods, maybe there's even more to uncover about someone like you, like them. I feel like something like that can neither be created or destroyed, so maybe we make it a side project of ours.
Okay. I was hoping I'd see you again, and I made something for you. It's really crude.
You what?
I made something for you.
You didn't make something, protege. You crafted it.
I'm sorry, I crafted it, Mr. Puckabee.
Oh, boy.
And I, click, click, click. And I open and I pull out. I know you don't like working with metal. It is a very crude rendering of an Aormaton's heart, a core. And it's pink and emerald and shiny, beautiful glacial shards of stone.
Holy shit. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Metal, but beautiful.
The clattering of spears and a few shouts, and what looks like a circle of soldiers surrounding a familiar glint of pink leather down partway up the base of the staircase. And there it looks to be a standoff at the moment between your called compatriot and many of the defending forces at the base of the Platinum Sanctuaries.
Ma!
If you wouldn't mind coming to the table.
Yes! I guess it's a question for you or her. Is she wearing the crown? Are you wearing the crown?
Am I wearing the crown?
I'm asking you.
Yes, but
Is it drippy? Is it icky?
There are streaks down her face and across the neck, that of almost like dried ink that was turned liquid under sweat and work and then left to re-dry. Like smeared streaks of black, the crown itself still standing, with 2 arms as opposed to the before that you had seen in the final moments, though you, based on your particular trajectory and choices, can guide the remainder of your disposition.
So I think the first thing, well, Orym's on top of...
Orym yelled "Ma," leapt down, started darting through soldiers' legs, and bait and switch bumps Opal back and puts his hand out towards all the people surrounding her. We're not going to do this right now. Too much has happened. She's with us. Settle. Ease down. Hey,
I
Ma.
start booking it over.
Nancy! Pick you up. Oh, my Nancy! Oh, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry about my appearance, but I looked worse than this.
We have inside jokes too.
And then do I see Fern?
I'm just running over.
Oh my God! And I just give her a big hug.
I just pick her up off the ground and just shower her with kisses all over. Oh my God, I missed you so bad.
And then I just grab both of you like really, really tight, and then I look over at Dorian.
I'm on the outside circle like always, just drinking it in. Hi. It's okay.
It's not.
It will be. Are you back? You're back?
I think so. I don't hear anything in my head except for your friend. Who was that? Hi.
Oh yes. Wait.
Oh. Yeah. Guys, come on.
Oh. She got shit on her face. What's
It used to be an evil black ichor, a betrayer goddess. It's
I
think it's gone. I think she's okay.
A little spit, try to clean it up a little bit.
like it.
No, the vibe is good.
It's a really great aesthetic.
But you know what,
And you
though?
take it easy.
Yeah, that was me. Hi, and you're Opal?
Yes.
I've heard a lot about you. Hi. It's
Hi.
just, it's a pleasure. Wow.
Hey, you look great for falling out of the sky.
You look great for avatar of a spider goddess.
Yeah.
It's working.
I go up and shake your hand. Do you want me to clean you up at all?
That would be amazing.
And I'll just press a digitation and clean her up.
Oh, that's so nice.
So you feel a little fresh.
I feel so fresh. My pits have stunk for weeks. What happened to the gods? I mean, I talked to my bitch, but she's just
What did
generally
she say?
unpleasant.
Did she say goodbye?
Yeah, I think we're curious to know what you heard before we fill you in.
Well, she had an attitude.
What do you think is to be done with the Rylorans, the Bormodos, the Saitas, the Quanticas? What do you think?
So we're going a little larger picture here?
Yeah.
I, for one, would love to see what the surface of Rudis is like. I think that there is a world where this sort of exchange would be phenomenal.
Yeah, Beauregard Lionette here. Hi. Just from our brief time there, they have like a lot of like fucked up science shit. So I feel like, you know, all you other science bitches, you can maybe like go help with that or like learn some shit.
I
I
just
don't
lost
know.
my husband to the moon. Thank you very much, Beauregard.
Go on.
Maybe it's a great vacation. You could have a summer home there. I don't know. You're rich. You'll figure it out.
It actually was cool there, you know?
I don't know. People like science and shit.
I'll lure this forward. Anyway, I would like 3 of you from any of your present troops to roll a persuasion check for me.
The world that we have known until now has been shaken thoroughly like a snow globe. It's far too soon to understand the lay of the land. What the meaning of today's events is premature to form any sort of stance against our neighbors above. And while some we are hearing were involved in efforts against us here at home, speaking from personal experience, outside influence is a real thing. We are all responsible for our own actions, but I would ask that those present get a fresh start with new family. If there was ever a time for a fresh start, it is now. 25.
I shall step forward. It's been a crazy 6 days. In the last 6 days, I've been to 2 planets, 3 continents, and 4 ethereal realms. I've talked to the gods. I met a god eater. Met aliens, robots, werewolves. I think I fucked a monster. But in all of those travels, the one thing that I've noticed is that everybody just wants. They all want the same thing. They just want safety, security, and the ability to pursue their dreams, whether or not they have them. I've also learned a lot about redemption in the last few days, and I hope that we recognize that all these people, even if they live on a different planet, are more or less the same as us, and we give them the chance that we give ourselves. 22.
22. Okay.
When we first stepped foot on Ruidus, I didn't know what to expect. I had a vision in my head of a red storm. Lifeless. But upon arriving, we ran into a village of people just trying to get by, raising cattle and helping their neighbors. We went into the city and I saw 2 small children laughing together and frightened upon seeing these new strangers. Above all, the people there dreamt of a chance. They dreamt of hope, the blue dream, that's what they called this place. And we, as Exandrians, we had the chance to give that to them. To give them their home back, something that was stolen away so long ago. You have the power in this room right now to give them a new life. I hope you use that power for good.
Roll your persuasion check.
Guidance.
No.
You're right by me.
Oh, thank God!
Is that a 1?
That's only 23.
A number of communities here have agreed, and as such, the Ruidians will be granted a means of living amongst us. It will take time, and indeed an exchange of knowledge, for their comfort as much as ours. We wish to know more about them. Looks over at Everoa. And to be honest, we actually probably know a lot about you all. We've been living in your dreams since we were born. You'd be surprised. Maybe how comfortable we already would be here.
He kind of steps back.
The lake town will become a bastion of transference. The cities that have agreed: Ank'Harel, Mon, Trusar, Byrodin, Whitestone, Eshenador,
Zephyra.
Zephyra, Fortune. One by one, city names from across Exandria begin to speak up. Not all of them, but enough to be a start. And that sense of hope begins to swell in the room.
I think Opal's been listening in. Who's from Byrodin? Oh, I know you. Wow. There's a statue of you.
In Byrodin?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Gem by Rodent competition? I feel like that could be a really, really good way to introduce some of the rude. I'm sorry, I was listening in. It could be a really great way to introduce them to the culture of. I mean, you probably haven't been in a long time, but there is a pie contest that you would go crazy for.
Oh no, I remember the pie contest.
Oh, you do?
Visit Whitestone. We'll talk.
Yes, please.
I would like to try and find Lieve'tel or any other temple maidens of the Raven, the Matron of Ravens.
Indeed, the Raven's Crest Temple still remains, and upon assembling the steps, you are greeted by some of the veiled maidens of the Matron. Stepping within its corridors, it doesn't take long for Lieve'tel to meet you partway.
Hello.
Lieve'tel.
Oh.
Hello, dear.
You saw something in me. You vouched for me in front of the council. No one else wanted anything to do with me. I'm curious what you still see in me. I pull out the Matron of Raven mask that she gave me. That she gave Braius. That I stole from Braius. That he then stole from me. Anyway.
I pull out the real one. I made a copy of a copy!
Oldest trick in the book.
It looks noticeably shittier.
It's made of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a paper plate with just some eyes cut in it.
When we spoke with the matron, honestly, she was pretty ambiguous about my future. I was wondering if you could give some context. Where do I lie?
Would you like to stay with us for a while?
How long's a while?
As long as you like.
Will I ever be whole again? Will it be like this for forever? Especially with the matron being gone, she was the one who walked souls between life and death, and now I feel just out of place.
I hold your hand.
Well.
And Liev runs her hand over the contours of the mask in your hand, and then she raises her hand to your face.
Everything is new again, just like every day of our lives. But you seem fairly whole to me, love. And while the heavens have changed, you stand here still. Tomorrow is promised for none of us. So in that way, you seem very much like every soul I've ever met in all my many days.
Laudna hasn't aged for a long time.
I would love, more than anything, to age alongside the one that I love, if she'll have me. Feels like a fraught wish that many think that they want long life, to never die, to live for eternity, but having been in that limbo, in that in-between space, to age is a gift. I don't want to be left behind.
Tell me, child. Are you sure?
I've had more than enough time in this lingering uncertainty. I just want to know one way or the other. When I went on this whole journey, I honestly hoped for death in many ways, and it wasn't until I found Imogen that my mind changed. But it's not fair to me, and it's not fair to her to have to
get old and pruny.
And love you no matter what. But
I squeeze both of your hands, and I look into Laudna's eyes, and I use divine intervention.
Does it still work?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
so that she will age and die the same as Imogen Temple.
Best expression. That's what it's all about. Best expression.
It's a unique experience for Lieve'tel. Because there is no present divine to intervene. Whereas normally such a grand ask and focal calling of will and intent is an outward request, this seems to emanate from within. The chamber's obsidian polished walls begin to dim as the surrounding candlelight becomes just a dull, low, warm blur. And through Lieve'tel, you instinctually draw their hands together and place them into each other's within your hands. And as you withdraw your grasp on theirs, a sourceless golden thread now binds its way through their hands and fingers. Both of them held together, wrapped. A little bit of a cold shiver runs through your sternum and down your back, while the flicker of warmth travels through yours. And with that, the string burns bright and then scatters into ash. But something's a little different. Something irrevocably connected between the two of you.
Did we just get married?
Did we just get married? That felt like marriage.
You're both pregnant.
Double.
Double baby.
What does that mean? What did you just do?
What is this baby supposed to do?
Does she feel warmer? Do you feel...
Slightly. You're still Laudna. Your very nature hasn't changed, that you can tell.
I'm just gonna give a little tug to her arm to see if it falls off quite as easily.
I mean, it does kind of still shift
shit.
and
Okay,
the bone pulls out of place.
You dislocated my shoulder.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
But there is
a little touch on the face with my cheek, and I press firmly with the thumb and take it away. Just a little pink blush there, just for a second before it dies away.
I didn't just age like 30 years, right?
No,
I can't.
You
That
look the
would be
same.
awful.
You look the same. You look the same.
That comes next.
That comes next. I'll give you a kiss.
And just hold her. I don't know what just happened, but do I still smell like dead leaves?
You smell amazing.
It is death that makes life so very precious, so treated like the gem that it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you.
If it still sounds nice to you.
Yes.
That little cabin in the
Yes. Yes.
Right. I love you so much.
I love you. I don't know if I ever told you, but I heard music. The first time I met you, your mind was so beautiful. I can't believe we're both here now and everything happened the way it did, and I'm just so grateful that I got to hear that.
It's probably a little bit of the insanity, honestly. But
It was pretty.
You can have all of my crazy.
I'll take it.
Imogen,
Hi.
I was gonna...
No,
Sit
stay
up.
down.
Oh, got dizzy there for a second.
I'll come sit on the bed and
Laudna.
give her a hug.
Mother-in-law.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was weird. There was a band around our wrists, and I maybe took some of her life. I don't know.
Sure, why not? It's been a weird time.
Tiny footnote on Lieve'tel. In the coming week, she will find Cerkonos and rock his world. She's probably too much for him, but she'll let him decide that. Anyway. As you want.
We might come back to that.
As I was trying to say inside the big room before, I'm aware that I've committed many sins, some against good people, some against bad people, some against you people. And,
As you have that thought.
Yeah. Nosebleed.
Your mind flashes back to that moment of the shattering of the divine gate and the crafting of the rite of Catatheosis. That moment where the gods convened, and before they stepped across that path, your vision was pulled from your space and you found yourself sitting in a fiery abyss. There, in those moments before the gods crossed the threshold, from the darkness, two burning horns and singeing red eyes peer back at you. Doomseed.
Asmodeus.
Are you proud of what you've done?
Proud? Boy, which part? Yes, I am proud of what I've done. I think I was lost, and you gave me a path forward. You taught me to lie, and I used it for evil, and I used it for some good, too.
So, you've stepped into the heart of Vasselheim, and you've made yourself a hero to all the great temples and priests.
I have.
Well then, continue. I'll be back, and we'll have great things to do together, Doomseed.
But I turned my back on you.
Have you? Have you? Was that trickery of the mouth or trickery of the soul, Braius?
Oh, God.
Grass-fed, grass-finished temptation.
Literally, oh God.
My question to you is, will you find me, or will I find you?
Yes. That's so tempting. It's like I was out, but they keep pulling me back in. You're a hard man to say no to.
I know.
But if I've made my choice. I've made my choice. My path has been messy and unclear, and you gave me focus and a horizon to aim for. But I think I prefer the mess. I think I prefer the haziness of life, of not knowing what's next and not having a singular purpose. These people that I was with, they're all damaged, weird people. They're sort of beautiful in that way. I think I prefer the mess. You can find me, and you can try to punish me for turning my back on you, but you'll have to go through them too.
We never said that.
You'll have to go through them too.
You act like it's something you can just discard to the side. I'm inside your soul. My hooks are there. I'm going nowhere, and I'll be back. And in that time, I'll haunt your dreams. I'll be at the edge of every vision. My agents will always be waiting, and I will find you!
Pulled back into the fire and darkness. Shh. You return back to the night of Vasselheim as you call your friends together.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. You feel bad about
You kind of.
I think it's okay.
Felt like you were about to make a toast or something.
Why is your nose bleeding? Yeah, you look like you were gonna got a little queasy for a second. It's been so fun getting to know you. Where are you gonna go from here?
I mean, I thought we were sort of a group, a team, a sort of a
We are. We're a team.
like, you know, we have each other's backs through thick and thin. I feel like this is the end of a momentous story. And we should all pledge to each other that we will be there for one another.
Yeah, good. Good. Little side letter. Slide it in.
I pledge myself to you,
That's really
and I would hope that you would do the same for me.
I mean, Braius, yeah, but I mean, we've only
Yeah?
known each other for like a month, so
You don't need to do
16.
that.
16.
Oh wow.
You don't need to pledge yourself. We don't.
No,
need
I really
pledge.
want to. I really want to. It would make me feel better if you did.
What's going on?
I fucked up. I fucked up.
Yes.
I
And
fucked up.
Just get it out.
I'm going to pledge myself to Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna come back and kill me. He's a baby. He's gonna grow up and kill me. There's a baby that's gonna kill me. Somewhere there's a baby and he's gonna kill me.
You're scared of a baby?
I am.
Have you? There's some creepy babies.
They are creepy babies.
No, but yeah,
That baby's got to make it through a lot of
that
stuff.
baby's got some champions. I mean, we saw him.
And I'm sure there's
Yeah.
a long list, and you are
Just
not
kill
that
all the
high up
babies
there.
just in case.
No, wait.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'm stressed out. Every baby I see, I'm gonna be like, ah!
It's a knee-jerk reaction. You'll be fine.
You've got at least 12 years where you're fine.
Minimum.
And if you know he hits puberty later and she hits puberty later, you know, then it's fine.
Yeah, you send up the flare.
I
all
could try to
bells,
fuck
hells.
a woman and then it turns out to be Asmodeus.
Honestly, that's a good story.
There's some benefit reward, at least in that
Worst
scenario.
ways to go.
Yeah.
yeah.
She'd be a lot younger than you.
Yeah,
though,
if you
so
just
maybe
date your age, that's
don't
not gonna
do
happen.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
That's gross.
Yeah, super gross.
I was gonna apologize, but now I feel like I'm. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So wait, so he's coming after you.
He's gonna kind of hunt me down for the rest of my life.
My God, what are you gonna do?
Maybe you can. Oh, Fern.
What?
Maybe you can let him hang out with Nana. Maybe he can hide out in the Fae.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's dating your age.
I mean, I've only had guidance from gods in my life, and now that all the gods are gone. But I was thinking, if I needed guidance, you know, that.
Fern's got you.
Well, no,
Yeah, I got you if you
I
need
also
guidance.
I had this
All the time.
pamphlet that one called Jester gave me, and I could always sort of reach out to her god and see if he would guide me through things.
As a casual observer of your reality over the last week-ish, you made all of your best decisions by yourself when you were just trying to do what you thought was good.
Yeah, fair.
So maybe, maybe take a little bit of time before you make any rash decisions.
Or maybe you should just, follow that.
I'll go with the pamphlet. Who the
Jester
fuck
really
do I
got
know?
his shit together, so I think whoever, she.
I think listen to the advice from the Holy One.
Which one?
Which one?
The one with a hole in his head?
Oh, that's good. I'm going to keep that.
Am I the only one that hasn't gotten a painting yet?
Oh, that reminds me. I finished these on the walk over here. This one is for you, Chetney.
Whoa!
Let me see.
That's awesome.
And Dorian, it's how I see you and all of your beautiful glory.
This art is
You've
so
captured my
beautiful.
jawline.
And these I made these. I showed them to you, but I didn't give them out to you before. But this one was for Ashton.
Wow.
This is for Orym.
Wow. You really are so really talented.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, have
maybe
you ever
you should
thought-
like open up a show.
You're glowing, by the way. You look really.
Am I?
Yeah.
You're a little pink.
Yeah, it's.
Like just.
I can't.
What's going on?
I can't say for certain, but I went with Imogen to go see Lieve'tel, and she did a weird thing with a gold thread and tied our wrists together, and then I felt a little bit warmer, and she was like, "You're gonna get old now," and maybe Imogen and I are married. I don't know. It all happened very quickly.
I think
I'm still-
regardless, you're wearing my ring. And our fates are tied together.
It's true.
Not that they weren't already, but it's a bit more official.
Ah!
What color is it?
I always bled red. He was always red.
What the hell,
What is it?
What is it? Is it different?
It's a spicy percantina.
Is it
married.
Walk through the collection of tents that lead up to the main's cloth-like sort of yurt. It's where my parents would stay. And I'll open and see if she's there.
A handful of the various posted guards at this early hour kind of see you approach and begin to step forward to kind of halt your advance before they recognize you, and just kind of quietly step back with a welcoming smile and a nod. You step towards the flap of the yurt, and inside that warm glow of oil lamps, two of which set at different tables on the sides, reside within the comfortable travel bed that's in the center. And your mother she is prone to wake up rather early, is currently, looks like setting a kettle on a small kind of arcane flame stone. And she doesn't hear you enter. She's just kind of in the process of setting the enchantment on and pouring water into it.
I'll quietly walk up behind her and I'll get like 10 feet away and I'll just gently cast like gust behind her ear into her hair so I'd let her know that I'm there.
Her kind of shoulder-length teal hair with touches of white kind of drift with it, and she stops and her hand goes under her shoulder. She looks over towards you. Dorian? Dorian, my baby! And she just like sets it down on the kettle hits the top of the table and then tips off, kind of spilling onto the ground, but she doesn't even notice as she runs over and just wraps her arms around you. Dorian.
You don't have to call me that. Oh, Mom. Do you hate me?
No.
And then he sort of loses it in his mother's arms.
Is this not what you wish to be called? Your father said that.
It's all right. Yes. I'm sorry for what happened. I don't think the world was what I thought it was. It's a scary place and it's dark. And I never imagined that any of this would happen.
She just holds you and kind of pulls you into her lap. There on the floor of the yurt. My sweet boy, I'm so sorry. We tried to protect you. And you're right, the world is a very scary, scary place.
Do you think it's possible to start over?
new, even though you've made terrible mistakes. That led to, and he just can't finish his sentence, and only his brother is on his mind. He's not trying to hurt her, but he can't control the truth of what his journey has led him to.
She picks you up by the cheeks, rubbing the tears from your face as her eyes meet. She goes, "My sweet Bronte, all it takes to start again is to wake up one morning and decide to. We are the wind, and the wind is prone to change, is it not? It's our very essence. The world is frightening. But you've seen it now. And it's filled with so much beauty. And you're part of that now. You're part of what makes it beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me it's okay to live. As he sort of lays in his mother's lap, and he feels that warm, her warm breath. He just sort of breathes it in and holds it there, because he can forever, just for a moment, just drifts off to sleep in his mother's lap.
Should we go get that drink?
Please.
Let's do it.
Stepping into the familiar firelit interiors of the various taverns, you're given a tour of the various meals and drinks and spaces. Along the way, greeted by one exuberant, massive ogre from the kitchen. Upon your arrival, runs out, "My friend!"
Hey, what are you doing here?
Well, I heard that you wanted a fine meal. And, well, we have a sordid history.
Oh, wow.
I just want to show that there's no hard feelings, and I still think of all three of you fondly.
There's no hard feelings. There's none whatsoever.
Have you found someone pretty?
I've found someone very pretty.
Oh.
Oh. It's still early stages, but we're taking our time.
His dance card is full.
But nevertheless, any requests from our menu?
Oh,
the special
surprise
Is a meal the thing that you get here?
Yeah.
The meal.
I'll throw something special together.
You knock on the door briefly before a voice goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
What don't I want, you miserable, miserable fuck?
Ashton's back! And the door opens and you
They
see
love me.
Annie Audie, female Unia, is like an orc elf ancestry, kind of just in what looks like midday ragged pajamas, kind of observes. Oh, it's good to see. What the fuck happened to you?
So much bad shit.
Good. You had it coming. Come in.
I missed you. Fuck.
Did you upgrade?
Oh boy.
No, that's... Oh, smiley day to you. I am FRIDA.
FRIDA. I guess welcome to the Crook House.
Thank you.
FCG didn't make it,
He saved the world.
but he did save the world, and also hooked up pretty well. So this is our new friend.
You see Annie, who usually keeps this very kind of devil-may-care attitude, kind of, for the first time in a while, kind of taken back and shaken. Kind of, oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. And well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Come on in. Milo!
You like it.
Big glasses, their knitted cap kind of dangling at the sides, one hand in a big leather glove, what looks like some sort of a spanner tool on the side, and goes like, what? Oh, You
Yeah.
look rough.
So fucking rough. Oh, it's bad.
Oh, I love it. Good to see you, asshole.
This is a friend.
Friend, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you're just like them.
They rubbed up on me.
Well, welcome to the Crookhouse. We got stories to share, don't we?
Jesus.
Welcome to the table with Lord Bailey. And sort of FCG relics would they find within FCG's old place?
Some maintenance stuff, some oil cans, and some little tools and stuff to keep the circuitry and the mechanics running smoothly. Maybe a spare tire. And some other arm attachments that they left behind that were probably less useful. There's one that's just like a long pencil.
I take the pencil so I
Great,
can sketch.
Yeah. And a sketch. It looks like a frisbee. And it just says, "We are here."
Oh my god.
So stupid.
Fucking
idiot.
To the grave. Is it okay if I take these?
Of course. They're here for you.
Also, among the stuff that you find, Frida, is a strange-looking, crescent-shaped sort of microchip that has an odd glowing symbol on it.
I take that up. Can I insert this into myself? As I said,
Look away,
it's
Laura.
impossible.
Look away.
You need an adapter? Is this gonna? Yeah.
There's an oil can.
Is there a port?
Oh, it's used
I
to
mean,
see.
you understand as much as you can about your physical, build and it. Make an Arcana check for me, actually. 12. You have no real concept of where it could be utilized or how it can be installed. You might have to seek help elsewhere.
I will. I'll tuck that away.
Orym and Dorian are trying to catch up with the group, and I'm going to place us on one of the gondolas, moving over one of the city. I see.
Sorry.
Again and again, I've seen you be distracted or your mind wander off somewhere, and see you look out at the city as we move across on the cable car. Copper for your thoughts.
I'll actually
flip him one.
Deal. Just drinking it all in, I suppose. It has been quite a thing. How are you?
Lighter. So many years for me have been heavy. I feel lighter.
I've seen it. Makes me happy. You carry a lot on your shoulders. You're small but broad.
You say that. But I see you carrying.
But it's always easier to do that with someone else.
I don't know what next week holds for us or this group, but if you'll allow it, I would love to.
Okay. Yeah.
Love you and take care of you and spend my days and my nights with you.
Okay. Can I ask one thing of you? You know it's not what I'm the best at.
You can ask anything.
Can we take it day by day? Can we see who we become together? I don't know anything anymore. But the only thing I know is that I want to be with you. And I hope just for now, that can be enough. And it can carry us through. And after this week with our friends is over.
I kiss him.
I know day by day. We can take it day by day.
That's a promise. I'll be here in the morning.
I'll be here in the morning.
Passing by one of the small kind of dining watering holes of the chamber, you hear the sound of music playing in the air, a beautiful plucking, somewhat beautiful plucking. It's a little off key, a little discordant, but nevertheless people seem to be enjoying it, and you hear a voice kind of singing along. What's this thing? And I once saw a girl who was down in... No, wait, that wasn't... It was when... just go with me. La 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 da 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 da. And you immediately recognize the voice of Dariax singing. Let's go!
Oh my god!
You kind of dart in from the entryway, and you can see it's mostly empty. There are 3 kind of elderly members of the community that to themselves, like they're dressed in various gardening attire, but like with their jackets off, and they all have like either big mugs of some sort of a light alcoholic beverage, if not just coffee, and they're all just kind of trying to ignore Dariax.
Is he still singing?
He's still in the process of singing. He hasn't noticed you all yet. He's just like, ah, la, 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 la. Take requests, whatever you feel, and just let me know. May not know it, but I'll try.
Before we come in, I cast invisibility on myself really quick.
Okay.
And like sneak up behind him, and then he's just gonna hear finally an on-beat foot stomp behind him, and then just a gentle, quiet stomp. And he thinks it's his inspiration, but
that's what it was. Oh, a gentle old lady was going to town. She found it. No, I fucked it up again. But
stay on the D chord. Stay on the D chord.
Right now it's D. Yeah, D chord.
Swoop, uninvisible.
Just full on tackles you off the small stage. This kind of, it's less of a stage and more of like, it might have been like a washing platform that's been used as a makeshift stage. And the minute the music stops, everyone looks over and sees it and goes, hey guy.
I'm gonna pull him up off of me and I go, look! I'm gonna point his rotund little yummy body up to the friends. It's Dariax!
Hey! What's going? Holy shit!
Sorry, I don't know how to take it off yet.
She's good.
Okay!
Yeah.
Put me down.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing here?
And he goes and just run full, like he's short, but he's broad-armed and kind of like tackles all 3 of you in a big old painful
How long have you been here?
Well, I mean, since this asshole abandoned me here.
I was just I was doing the thing. You knew I was doing the thing.
It was a pretty cool thing.
Go
I
on,
couldn't be angry. Look,
get out of here.
I know. It's all good. To be fair, like, I was just jealous I didn't think of it first.
Wait, did I hear that you met somebody? Right? Am I making this up?
I mean, I met a lot of people here.
But like a lady friend. Am I making this up? Didn't you meet somebody?
Right then you hear, you motherfucker! Oh my god, you know how long I've been fucking looking for you?
You see Dariax on the ground with Denise having like full on pounced on him. He's like, huh? Wait, you didn't tell me you brought her along.
You're here too?
Oh my god, I haven't seen you in several weeks!
How does everyone know each other? This is...
Oh my god.
Hi!
It's a small flat world, Dariax.
Well... Welcome to Zephyra!
Denise kind of gets off of him. Listen, I've been looking for this for a long time, but I'm not gonna make a scene in front of these very nice people.
You're right. We should not make a scene in front of these people. As he puts one of the chairs back up.
Hello.
She's extremely...
Hi, Denise.
She's wonderful.
Are you gonna tell them how we were pre-engaged?
We were pre-engaged.
Oh my goodness.
Left me.
I guess
All
I'll get
alone.
No.
Word back to the family for a couple extra seats for dinner tonight. So we got Denise, we got Opal.
Yes, we get everybody.
To be completely honest and clear on this, I did not leave you. I just got lost for 6 months.
Okay.
I had intended to come back.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you get my note?
No.
I sent you a really magic note from Mr.
Yes, I did get that. You are correct.
Gilmore.
Yes, it was beautiful. Thank you for the wonderful note.
Spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
You know, I know this feels like it's the time for resolutions, but maybe we should just be happy we're all together, right?
I am happy.
Very much
no,
so.
since I'm generally kind of overwhelmed, but I'm so happy to see all of you. Wow. You too, Denise. Oh man, there's so many things. Hold on just a second, friends. And he takes Denise's hand and kind of pulls her off to the side real fast and goes like, hey, I'm sincerely very sorry. I didn't mean to put you on any sort of weird space. I'm easily distracted. And there's just been a lot of distractions back to back. I'm still currently distracted, and like one eye's kind of peering to all of his friends, and he's like, so, just so you know, that's kind of what you got into, and, I'm really sorry.
Darius, this is the most we've talked ever. I don't even think I remember the sound of your voice.
How did we get engaged?
Oh, I remember. And then she kisses him. You know, it's not what I remember.
It's the garlic dates. They're really good here.
We're gonna have to revisit this, but thank you for your apology.
Of course. Happy to apologize. Sincerely apologizing again. You're very nice and you're very pretty. And I'm sorry if I put you through any trouble.
Thank you.
We good?
TBD.
Tibbid.
That was my wink.
Hi! Oh my God, you're all here! Goes and it's like, Opal, you look clean.
I cleaned up. If only I could just take this fucking crown off my head. That would
I
be
could try.
nice. You want to just give it a tug?
Sure. Ow! Oh, that hurts! Ah!
Did it come off?
No, but his hands are bleeding.
Oh no!
Heal wounds.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, that's a tomorrow problem.
I'm sorry I sent you off with that spell. My accents are getting fucked up. I just really wanted to send you off safely.
I am sure there is wisdom to the choices you made that I can't grasp.
That's very kind.
It is honest. I can't grasp a lot of wisdom.
Darius, do you know what's going on in the world? Have you heard any news?
Yeah, no, we had like a really, really crazy rainstorm about 3 days ago. We had to fix some of the gutters outside. The colors in the sky went away. That might have something to do with the storm. I think the storm washed it away. Why? What's going on?
I will tell you over dinner.
Okay.
Coming over to my old place.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. What time? I have an afternoon gig.
Oh, this is in the evening, so we're going to be stopping by to see the Voice of the Tempest.
Great.
For a bit.
Yes, I remember her.
Come back here around sundown to pick you up.
30 past sundown. I should be done by about then.
Okay.
The proprietor turns out and like, honestly, just take him. It's fine. We'll pay you. Take the night off. You got friends here. Take tomorrow night off. You know, take the whole week. You know. Go for it. It's like, really? Yeah.
Georgie's a great guy. Appreciate you, Georgie. He's like.
Then he starts packing up the gear. Everything.
All right, you know what? We'll finish cleaning up here. I'll see you. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Denise, can you help me pack up a little bit here?
Oh, yeah, sure. Say my name again.
Denise?
Yeah, that's right.
That is right? Great. Awesome.
Opal, you coming?
Yes.
What about you, Shira?
Netflix canceled us.
Echoing through the heavens over Taldore.
Oh, this is, Dorian and Firm. This is our friend.
Hi.
Opal.
Yes. Hello. Excuse my appearance. I full disclosure, I was the Spider Queen's champion, but just fuck her, you know, just between us.
I saw you, actually. I recognize you. When we were fighting the Milo's Key.
Yeah, I was really in the zone, and I had like arms and
we didn't really converse, but I just saw you and I was like, oh, she's kicking ass.
Yeah.
What am I here to say?
I don't know. Are you okay?
Yes, I am. The first thing I'd like to say is just how grateful I am to you for your faith in me. Your winds have kept me aloft in ways that maybe you don't know, but I'm grateful for it, and I just wanted to make sure that I said thanks, Keyleth. It's meant a lot. Places to go, my own Aramente, if you will. I have to visit Fern's family. Past the Veil, I have some responsibilities there, and some new responsibilities.
It would be an honor for you to continue to uphold and represent the Ashari.
Good news is I don't have to do it alone. I take his hand. I've found someone. And for the longest time, I've walked under the light of the moons. But I think it's time I spent some time with the sun. In the clear blue sky.
He's really got away with words. A 30-foot vertical leap.
Only around you. Orym drops all the responsibility and the duty and the position and the way he carries himself around the Tempest and just walks forward and hugs Keyleth.
She embraces him back.
I think Chetney probably would have been a little lost, but knowing that FRIDA's now going through the same thing that he was going through, I think he's excited to be a mentor. But I also think he's probably going to get bored pretty fast. So whether it's going to visit the Gorgine or maybe seeing if Dorian needs a hand on anything that he's going to pursue, I think he'll just sort of stay around as a hand for hire.
Okay, so you go ahead and introduce FRIDA to the Gorgine and let them become the teachers to, as opposed to cleansing the curse of lycanthropy, but to embrace it.
Yes.
To control it.
Yeah.
And such.
Don't give up such a gift.
As such, the first mechanical werewolf of Exandria begins their journey.
We are Metal Wolf.
So fucking cool. Yeah. You probably at some point trek back to Uthadurn. At some point, as the years go on, where Ultgar's chest is thriving underneath Ultgar once again, with proper artisan craftsmanship, up-and-coming crafters and creators, and Drixlich is nowhere to be seen. But here, as the training progresses and Ultgar takes you into his heavy grasp and excited to show you the new lines they're designing and developing, the apprenticeship program, referred to as the Pakapi Path.
A little pee-pee?
I want the pee-pee.
I'm like halfway through the PP, Mr. Pakapi.
Yeah.
But I'm extremely...
Stop in the middle. It hurts too much.
Damn it, I almost spit water everywhere.
But there is a rising new wave of crafters, creators, tinkerers, chiselers, and carvers that now are trained and raised underneath the Pakapi means of craft and creation, an extension of the great impact you've left on Exandria.
Definitely going back home and spending some time with Nana. And I would love to study under her. I know she has a long time left here.
But she's very eager and excited to show you the true breadth of her ability.
I would love to learn.
And don't forget, for the time being, no one's watching the skein.
Like right now?
Fate is ours to pluck.
Can I just...
Sure.
Anyone?
Pick one.
Okay.
Ow!
If he howls, then go eeny, meeny, miny.
You play, it's like,
roll.
Sorry.
Could be so poetic.
But it's interesting. As you pluck and pull it up, you suddenly have a vision of an alleyway, some dark, mid-evening, mud-covered alleyway. High, like 3-4 story, kind of rickety buildings you could see, and a figure is currently stalking through it. You see, like, half-obscured, a sense of nervousness and a dart as they come upon the outside of what looks to be a horse-drawn cart that emerges from the exterior of the alleyway. They leap up and grab onto the side of it unseen and duck into its shadow. You see them draw a blade from beyond there, inside of their cloak, and re-hide it from within. As you release it, you got a brief glimpse of somebody's thread. You're not sure if it's where they are, where they were, where they're going to be. But in that brief instant, you realize the immensity of the power that you have briefly at your disposal, and why your Nana's fiddling was so unwelcome under the gaze of the matron.
Now, we must be respectful.
Of course.
We only truly watch, learn, kind of voyeuristically.
Love it.
Just be around. And if someone really needs something taken care of, then we bargain, and then we can not. And she takes one and ties it up for a brief second. Releases it. Someone just had a very bad day.
Oh
no. A bird flies in. It's like, its head kind of splits open and shrieks. The wardress is like, oh, we have a guest. Interesting. And she leads you down through the garden and down through the tree. Your mother is in the process of washing dishes and kind of gives you a wave as you go by. Oh, hi, Fern. And head down to the base of the tree.
Scariest. Yeah.
The vines pull back and reveal nothing.
I don't see anything.
And then a strange shape kind of like draws from the ceiling and unfolds as a spider-like figure drops to the ground and rises up and produces a dark purple flowered bouquet. Morrighan, my sweet. And hands it out, and Nana Morrighan goes, oh, why, Ira, how nice to have you visit.
Hi, Ira.
Oh, I didn't realize you were here. Vern Calloway, the pleasure is mine. How long are you staying?
I don't know. Maybe forever.
Should I come back later?
No, you can stay.
Oh, don't worry, you can stay. I have a guest room. My room.
Watch Ira kind of steps in and begins to vanish into the shadow above before turning back and be like, well, maybe we'll have a chance to catch up a bit, Vern Calloway.
I would love to.
I'm glad you're still around.
I'm glad you're still around.
You know they're looking for you.
Sounds fun.
Maybe they'll find you in time.
In time for what?
To make up for slaughtering one of their princes. Your father.
Oh, well, I did it. I didn't. It's, all right, I'll figure that out when that time comes.
Sweet dreams, Fern Calloway.
Disappears in the shadow. You kind of take it in for a minute, look back, and you see your Nanamori's just like,
he's so creepy.
He's so creepy. He's so creepy.
I love him.
In her chest.
I think in the future, I would love to go on some type of adventure to find all of Chetney's eggs. And I also...
I'll see you in hell, Calloway.
I'll tell you what.
BBB.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead and roll 4 sleight of hand checks for me.
Ooh, okay. 18 plus 14.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
32.
That was a 15 DC for the first one, 20 for the next.
Another 18.
32.
Wow.
All right.
Do it again.
2 eggs procured.
19.
The third one's messy. You almost get caught, maybe take a few hits, and there might be a warrant out for your arrest.
That's all right.
We'll find that later.
Is that Caleb's?
No, not yet.
All right. 17
31.
plus 14.
Okay, so you have 3 of the 5 eggs in your possession eventually, but 2 evade you, and maybe we'll explore those down the road.
Love it.
Easter one shot. It's egg hunt. Burns great egg hunt.
Infiltrate the tower.
The rest of time until it is figured out is trying to release Opal from that crown.
I love that.
And so I try to study and do whatever I can. All my studying. I'm so good at research. Trying to figure out how one day to free her from that.
I love that.
Ashton is definitely, I think I need to spend some time figuring out a little bit more about what is in their head and how it works. And preferably not with the Bright Queen or anybody in Zorhaus. So talking to Essek and spending some time over there.
Essek is definitely fascinated, slightly perturbed, definitely deeply curious about what you are, because what you are should not exist. But indeed, the Bright Queen, hunting isn't the right word. But you do notice yourself being followed. You do have invitations to Rosanna brought to your attention. You are invited as a wonderfully storied guest to the Kreen dynasty at the behest of the Bright Queen.
I'll also say the hammer had a very bad time and has now been carved down from that pick into a sphere that has been polished up. And in that sphere is a version of what's in their head of that point and the molecular solar system in the center of it with the starscape that's infinite. And it's almost a gyroscope so that when it spins, it just kind of finds its own gravity. Start taking jobs as muscle on archaeological digs all over Exandria. They're finding things for Essek, things in especially buried temples now, finding artifacts of the old gods and bringing them up for anything from the previous followers or otherwise. Finding things for friends and occasionally inviting friends on little adventures that pay reasonably well, especially Braius, because I have no charisma and people hate me. And you are, for all of your awful, are charming as hell. And it's worth every penny that I have to pay you for it. I stop by a few times. I try and stop by as regularly as possible.
Always welcome.
Always say hi to Nanamori first.
That's wise.
I spend some time. Sometimes I invite you to go on an adventure. Sometimes and sometimes it's the asking if you have anywhere you want to go and you need some muscle so that you don't tire yourself out on occasion, not that you need it. Someone to carry the bags.
I think I will pursue art a good deal. Just dive into it, pour myself into my artwork, making grander and grander paintings and developing a name for myself. I do one study that's just a bunch of very artful nudes of Nana Mori. That is a sensation.
That was my favorite.
It's a sensation. Makes a name for myself. I keep coming back to this motif of painting evil babies. That's what I'm sort of. Eventually, it's what I'm sort of known for. I tour Exandria, showing my artwork.
You definitely have a show at Jester's Gallery.
Of course, of course I do.
Yeah. How does your faith develop with the traveler?
Well, when I'm visiting Jester's Gallery, at night when I'm all while developing a name for myself, there's this lingering fear that something is out there waiting for me or watching me. And so yes, at Jester's, when I see Jester, I will ask her to please introduce me, teach me her ways. I think I just need one more ally who can protect me from a god.
Oh, yeah, I mean, totally. You can definitely, Here's the deal, though. I'm gonna be totally real with you. The Traveler's, not really a god. I mean, which is good, though, because all the gods disappeared, so he's doing pretty good. So, but yeah, I'll teach you everything I know, and you will... you also can just totally hang out here if you want to,
Is it safe?
It's always safe with me and Fjord. We will protect you. We have your back, Braius.
Is that true, Fjord?
Yes, of course. I mean, Jester has a tremendous nose for good character.
Oh my gosh, you know what? You could totally go work. You could hang out at the Lava Chateau.
Lava Chateau, yes.
Yeah.
And and what, paint?
You could paint. You could just live there, Just be my best friend if you want to be. I really like painters.
All right.
And the ruby always needs extra muscle.
Yeah, you're really
Protection.
strong,
Oh, yeah.
Blood is always looking for a right-hand man.
I could work security there, sure.
Yeah. But you're kind of a famous painter. You probably don't need to do that.
Well, I don't... If I need to hide out, it seems like a good option. And from that point forward, all of my paintings contain a hidden dick.
I love it. Which begins from the night that something's missing from one of your pieces, that you're up late, staring at your partially finished canvas and just trying to figure out what signifies it, before a voice creeps in from the shadows.
Jesus God.
I think it's missing something.
Oh my God. You're not Asmodeus.
Or am I?
Oh God. Don't kill me. Don't kill me yet.
Say your last word.
No. Oh. I love Susie Green.
That was a weird one. I don't even know what that means.
No, right here. And a hand reaches over your shoulder and you see a green hanging sleeve and a long, slender finger points. Just a little dick right there.
All right. I painted.
That's what finished it. Beautiful. You are quite an artist.
Thank you.
You turn around and see the kind of bright orange-red curls and the green hood of some sort of ephemeral, ethereal, fey-like entity. So, my sweet Jester seems to think you need some guidance.
I could use some, yes. I feel like I do better when I'm acting at the behest of a great power.
Strangely enough, I happen to know a great power that needs somebody to be at its best. It's me, I'm talking
Oh,
to
okay,
me.
okay. I didn't want to
I'm
presume.
the traveler. Hi, welcome. You're part of the club.
All right.
Pleasure to meet you, Braius. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun, aren't we?
Yes, we will.
When the cats are away.
The cows. Oh, the mice, sure.
Take that, Moonweaver.
Well, I think it's pretty intertwined with Dorian's. He is a Tempest Blade. He will always be a Tempest Blade and serves his home gladly, eagerly. But I think he splits his time between sort of operational discussions and family time at home with traveling with Dorian in the sky. And I don't know the answer to this, but I know that there's some sort of like a succession line.
Yeah.
That is a possibility for Dorian. I don't know if that's factors in.
We have some freedom. I think after this, I spoke with both of my parents, and they're still young and relatively healthy. And they, what I always wanted was their blessing, and I took it from them. So I have permission to be free from the people that matter most.
I think there's also a thread, even though Nanamori never came a calling to debate the details of the pact and whether or not Orym was astray of it or not. I think because of how close the Fern is to Nanamori and because of how Nana's help was present every step of the way for them, he still visits and is within reason of service to the Fate Stitcher as well, within reason.
Suddenly, you find yourself stumbling through the Ligament Manor, and the halls get darker and darker until there's just a long hallway and Nanamori with her lantern. Orym.
Took your time.
Welcome. It seems we have unfinished business.
Do we?
We had a deal.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
You're shunted up before her. Some sort of magical force pulls you in. And her face is close to yours, the lantern light glowing from underneath.
Far be it from me to dicker with a Fey powerhouse, but I would argue that I thread that needle.
What you made was an offering of a deal with an archfey creature. That could not possibly be held up on my end. I can't keep you all safe coming out from the moon. What are you talking about? That's entirely up to you. You get yourselves killed, that's your own fault. There's no deal. You're fine. How could I possibly keep all of you safe? My powers are pretty strong here around the manor in my realm, but I have no idea what the heck you are dealing with on Ruidus. So, you're fine. Enjoy. Travel safe.
Orym's sending stone on his chest lights up, and he just hears my voice going, "What did she say? How much trouble are you in?"
This fucking place.
His days are spent in freedom and peace with Orym when he's around. And I think they have trust between them because I think he is a steadfast lover and a friend. And so when he goes away, though, Dorian is still Dorian. Some things are not for him, and he still has a zest for life. He still wants these experiences, and though he's faithful in a romantic way to Orym, he does tend to get in some trouble on his own. So through the years, as he gets older and experiences more of the world, something happens, and he doesn't quite clock it when it happens, but he stops being the boy that always feels like he's on the outside, and he somehow becomes like the man who can be a tie that binds. So when it's right, not for him, but for the people that he loves, he'll just send up a flare, and sometimes it'll be Coriolis rapping on the door of Chetney when there's a heist to pull. Or sometimes it'll be a whisper in the wind in Imogen's mind for both her and Laudna, wherever they may be, when there's a fun event to go to or a little trouble to get into. And he definitely gave another sending stone to Opal, and they chat and kick their heels on beds. And he calls up Braius and Ashton whenever there's real trouble, and he'll always talk to Fern. He's just there for all of his friends. And they don't always answer, because life is messy and life is difficult and everyone has their own thing. But when everyone gets together, or they get together in bits and pieces, it's just a reminder he needs of why he left home in the first place. That's what gives his life meaning. And that was the experience that he always wanted to have. So he finds fulfillment in the most important connection of his life, and the friends that surround him, for sure.
I'd love to spend time in the coming months in the lake town, helping those that come through the gate, just to acclimate a little bit. And as someone who is able to speak to them telepathically, because I know it's a big change for them, just be able to help them get settled and find places to go, and feel like what we did in the big can make a difference in the little day to day.
With this newfound life, both in the short and the long term, just wants to live. Very simple life. She follows Imogen wherever she goes. Maybe we can have a little spring break at Nanamori's.
Love it.
Maybe she continues to learn some fire spells from Fern. I do want to find that coin that Orym so flippantly threw down a hole.
Fuck that coin.
And
little mini adventures.
Mini adventures.
And then, maybe in the Talent Heights, we find a beautiful clearing in the woods.
Yes.
Somewhere with darkness and light. And we build a little cottage. Maybe Chet
can help us.
Can help, because
I love that.
Something so storybook and beautiful with a big kitchen.
It's briefly frustrating because once word gets out that you have a Chetney Pocketbee household, people start making ridiculous offers on it, and you eventually have to just erase your name from the book.
Please stop, you're not interested in
Just like, hey, I heard you guys were.
No.
Okay, never mind, sorry.
Only for a year.
Unsettling presence
Yes.
every real estate agent.
Like, make it creepy, but also quaint.
Make little figurines and dolls and make a friend for Pate. And just like the speckles of light.
And we have a stable.
And we have a stable. Here's the thing. Horses don't like me. So maybe you could teach me
Yeah.
a little bit.
We'll find you a horse.
Maybe I could have a donkey.
That is so perfect, and yes.
They're like horses, but a little creepy.
Yeah.
And small.
Yeah.
And they can't breed. Did you know that?
Wait, what?
Isn't that true, or is it pony?
It's a mule,
I feel like
donkey and a horse, and then a mule
I thought you
They
meant donkeys
can't
can't
because they're
breed.
all-
I'm like, yes, they can. They have.
They're all abominations.
You only get
kind of
one.
Like me.
Sorry.
I want a mule.
Get a donkey wet, little balls sprout off their back.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to purchase Flora from Mr. Fairmore.
Easy enough to do. Mr. Fairmore is taken entirely back by what you've accomplished, and happily does so long as you sign off on this little memoir he wrote about all the things that he taught you. But upon probably a brief bit of intimidation and a terrifying sort of Back to the Future 1-esque, like freaking out Mr. Fairmore in his room by Laudna, you managed to get Flora free of charge.
Oh. Amazing.
Anything for you, my love.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
I love the little catch-ups I have with Dorian and the adventures we have when he calls. But I visit our friends when they're sleeping. I find them in their dreams. And we're still together.
I forget I send a gift, an engagement gift, to the blue-skinned one with the curly horns. And when she gets it, it has a tag that says, "Oh, you congratulations."
What? Careful with the pretty things. Sometimes they hurt the most.
That's super sweet.
It's so delightfully disturbing.
I love it. Fjord, look.
That is such a strange gift.
It's the jellyfish.
I know, but how did he even know?
I don't know. It's beautiful, though.
As long as you like it, that's all that matters.
Does it just go on forever?
What is the Mighty Nine up to?
I mean, we'll make it quick, because
Yeah, we'll make it
this
quick.
is a 9-hour game.
Well, I think with us, with our engagement present at hand, I think we really should try and... It doesn't have to be a franchise on the moon, but I think they're going to need lots of help. We could spend some time there.
I wasn't joking. I think we should do it.
Yeah, we could.
I want to go to the moon again.
If for no other reason than, like, wedding location scouting.
Yeah, we should definitely see if there's a really cool venue on the moon.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor, dance floor is very important. Plus, in the moon, I hear that, like, the caverns.
It's like with all the rocks and stuff. That was beautiful.
I think we could do that and, you know,
Yeah.
just keep an open mind. I'm very excited, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Bo's gonna be my best man.
That's fine.
She gave up so easily.
I am going to have, I think, a few maids of honor.
What?
Yeah. That, for sure. Caleb.
What?
The Traveler, should he officiate?
No. I want this to go off without a hitch. There's no travel.
I believe I already heard she said I'm officiating.
Then in that case, Caduceus is my other maid
Are you
of
going to
honor.
have everyone in your wedding party?
Yeah. Good luck finding someone else. Yasha's also my maid of honor.
Oh, yeah. Beth is on my side.
I already said that.
Oh, shit. I get Vox Machina.
All the Vox Machina.
I love that you guys are going to marry everybody who's on Jester's side.
Fuck them.
Beautiful.
I don't know how hard they are going to go for Essek. So in the week that comes, I think Caleb starts making like bug out plans in case they get, all of the dynasty swarming on them.
While there was a, Kreen soldier rush for the figure, you gather it wasn't with murderous intent, more than surprise and means to capture. The Bright Queen's reaction was of acknowledgement, but not necessarily extreme surprise. The best you can gather is he's definitely a person of interest, but wasn't the most immediate concern at the time.
Yeah.
Send that fucker a message.
You finally get the gumption one day, though you know it never works, to attempt a scry spell on Ludinus Deleth, a man who classically has kept himself shielded. And you see him making tea in a beautiful, simple little homestead.
No idea where or how or any details.
You take in just enough vision from this to see beyond the open doorless entryway to the chamber he's in. Make a perception check for me, Caleb.
Can I use Orym?
No.
22.
22. It looks, at first you think, just beyond the doorstep, it's almost like a roiling sea. But it's not sea. It's cloud. Cloud or mist. It's hard to tell. An endless expanse of mist or cloud.
Does it look like the astral sea to me?
You see a blue sky. But just mist and cloud. And for a brief moment, you see something shift out and reclaim.
Yasha has been very, very patient with me and my work-life balance and my schedule.
I've been telling you for years.
We've been talking about maybe adopting. It's never really been the right time. I think maybe I'll take the summer, go with her. Beth has been begging us to come out, do a summer at Wildmount Wildlings, be a camp counselor, and maybe see how I am with this kid thing. I'm a little torn because Beth seems like she's miserable with Luke. Like Luke just drives her insane. But I don't know. But also you can tell she loves that kid so fucking much.
He's a teenager.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
might take the summer off.
I
Never
think
taken
that-
a summer.
I think that will round you out well.
Gods help me. Fuck, they can't. They're gone. Fuck.
And what's up for Vox Machina immediately following these events? I know you said Grog had interest in...
Oh my god, I'm absolutely going to the moon. I'm basically the strongest person on this little globe. So, I gotta conquer that sphere as well.
So after a bit of discussions of appointment, eventually you go through the proper channels and treks and emerge on the dusty red Ruidian surface, the winds blowing by gently. You're eventually shown to a few individuals to rendezvous with your point person, and a massive Ryloran figure approaches, broad-shouldered, comes up.
Hey, I'm a Crimson Officer of the New Kraviran Republic, Gastomo. What's your name?
Gastomo, I am the Grand Poobah, the doink of all this and that. Groggery Strongjaw.
I fucking love it.
He takes your handful on
Oh my god.
I catch Cerkonos looking a bit nervous. And Scanlan goes up to him and says, Hey.
Yes.
Hey, Coco.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Listen, I know that in the last couple days, you've been I don't know, I've taken you under my wing or my hoof, whatever, and
Lay it on me. There's no one I trust more than you.
Well, I've been giving you advice and pumping you up and telling you jokes to use and compliments to say.
I've logged all of your jokes in my brain.
Yeah. Last piece of advice when you go to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Forget all of it. Don't do anything that I told you to do. You don't need it. You're Coco. You're Cerkonos. You're the Fire Ashari diva. You're the best. Just be yourself. Don't think about jokes and stupid compliments and shitty songs. Just be yourself. Just say what you're passionate about. Are you really passionate about, I don't know anything about fire?
I love fire.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
What about, you see, you're super cut. Do you like working out?
I've been carnivore for 57 years.
Yeah, so maybe she seems very wan and thin, so maybe she's got a diet plan, and you guys could swap.
Yes.
Maybe she needs some protein. I don't know. Just talk about stuff that you're into. Don't try to be Scanlan, because
what am I into?
Scanlan's. I don't know what
I am into meat. I am into fire. I am into Scanman.
You will never get me to not be a scared man. But I think I understand what you mean. Be my best self. Is she here?
I mean, we'll say you're in Vasselheim and you know that she's over by the Raven's Crest Temple, yeah.
Go to her. Go to her.
I'm gonna kiss you on the forehead. That I'm just bound in her deed. Will you come with me?
Jesus. She just presses a hand over your mouth. You're overthinking it. Just bring the heat.
The door just close on the earring.
Absolutely. I talk to you as I also start preparing Gwendolyn, our child, for not just a spy network, but we also want to find the gods first.
Oh.
I'd like to know where they are, what they're thinking. If they're not a problem, they're not a problem. But if something starts, it would be good to know from what direction it's starting from.
I will support you no matter what. But if you will hear me, perhaps this one is best left alone. Perhaps this is for the younger generation to discover, without our influence.
Oh, I'm not going to be doing this. This work is for my children. I am getting old.
Why don't you let Gwendolyn decide that?
I think
I tend to enjoy it.
we, as Percival gets older, we step away from our duties and we spend time together in our several vacation homes around Alexandria.
Do we want like a cottage on Ruidus as well? Do you think
Obviously.
with a good view?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you have a Doomseed Braius painting in your house?
Yes, we do. Yes. We have a Doomseed and a Lavore.
Being a cleric of the Everlight, there is a huge sense of loss. I think she works to clean the temples, just dusting, hoping that maybe one day, I don't know.
It takes about 15 years before an acolyte raps on your door. Pike Trickfoot?
Yes?
We think we found her.
Where?
Come with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your hand and pull you into an adventure to possibly be one of those to receive.
Oh my God.
Yes. But, yeah, Scanlan.
Yes. In addition to hooking up Cerkonos.
Yes.
Thanks, bro.
I figured that was all you wanted.
I think knowing what Pike's path is, I think he will visit her soon after the events of this campaign, not 15 years later, but soon after, and sort of gallop over and
Still Centaur.
And just sort of express that, I know that we had our time together, and now we had our time apart, and you have duties here, obviously, with the gods being gone. You have to figure out who needs guidance and be that for them, I guess.
I don't have duties here.
Well, I mean,
What do I...
what if someone needs to pray and there's no God to pray to? They gotta come pray to you, I guess, or...
No! I'm not gonna have anybody pray to me. What are you, crazy?
Well, I guess I still want to have, some adventures. It feels like time is sort of like it's not our friend. Time's an asshole, right? Like it keeps fucking with us. When I first met you, I was at a time when I was like super horny, and you were at a time when you were like much more mature and cool. And then I then later I was like trying to be a dad, and you were trying to. You were so sweet to me. We got married. It was great, and that was great. And then we had our time doing that, and it kept moving. That's the thing. It feels like time just keeps moving, even when sometimes you just want to just stop for a second. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you're having fun with a group of friends, and you just want it to last forever.
Yeah.
I think the best time that I ever had was with you. And I do want to go on adventures and have more of a life together. But I tried, and it's not as good without you. So, if you don't have duties, or at least you can blow them off for a little while. I mean, I've got a really strong back. And I could carry you off to some more adventures before we hang it up.
There's such a huge part of me that wants to say no. But God's damn it, I still love you. I love hanging out with you. We have the best time.
We don't have to be married again.
No, we don't.
We could just be.
We don't. I'm gonna give it.
Cool pals.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it 6 months.
Okay.
Let's go see some stuff. I've always kind of been into centaurs. I'm just gonna put it out there. When you came up and I was like, this is really hard for me.
Well, it's the best of both worlds.
It's the best of both worlds. I'm gonna hop on his back.
What are those two worlds?
Don't ask.
Listen, let's do it. Let's just travel. Let's just get our minds off of things and have a good time.
No labels or anything.
No labels.
Do you want to be a centaur too?
Yeah.
All right. I cast 9th level True Polymorph.
There's no better way to end
in the world.
And I make Pike a centaur.
The painting has become real.
I look around at my big beautiful ass and extra legs.
As we ride off into the distance, I sing a song. I play a song as we ride off into the distance. I play, Pike, I was born a rambling scan. Got myself the best girl in the land. But now I'm in love and it's better than I planned. So I will be a rambling scan.
A knock comes to your door, Keyleth.
Open the door.
Without an expectation, you see there standing before you. With a little more flush and life to his cheeks. The champion of the matron, Vasselheim.
Hi.
Hi. I've been waiting for you. I didn't know what happened. I thought you might be gone forever.
I can't explain it. It's not a fate I ever could see. Honestly, I don't think she could either. She is out there somewhere, waiting to be found. And it is still my duty to carry out her will. But that duty now brings me home. I am home.
Forever? Or are you gonna leave again?
Nothing could ever make me leave again.
So much has happened. I'm a different person now, Vax. Come inside.
I loved you fiercely in life. And forgive me, but I loved you fiercely beyond it as well, and I know how hard that was. I have no expectations. If you would. Could we start over?
I have been lying in wait, in a perpetual stasis. It's felt like falling and never knowing when the ground will come. I think I've been waiting for my devilish rogue with wings to catch me again. I would love to start over.
Begin again.
But it will have to be a beginning. If that's okay with you.
Every good story needs a start.
I've missed you so much.
I was never that far away.
I know. It's part of what always made it so hard. Maybe we could go on a date.
I would like that very much.
My name's Keyleth. And you're the love of my life.
If you will have me, I am yours. Keyleth of the Arashari.
Would you like a glass of wine?
My first glass of wine in a very long time. I can't think of a better person to share it with than you.
I just kiss him.
And through life's responsibilities, as a leader of your people, and guide of the future of Exandria in this new uncertain future. And you, as the champion of the matron, now one of many, searching for her return, and to guide her and all of your interests into this new era. Every now and then, your champion comes to visit.
I can work with that.
And that's where we'll leave it. That concludes our camping.
Oh.
I love you, sweet husband.
I love you guys.
Love you, Matt.
Thank you.
Matt.
Thanks for the good story, man.
I look forward to the next one.
One more before we have to go to sleep. Just one more story.
Then
bedtime. Then bedtime.
Just like 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Thank you for coming along, friends.
Good night, Bell's house.
Oh. Good night, Mighty Nine.
Good night. Good night,
I'm
Moon.
Dorian.
And thank you all for hanging in for a giant-sized version.
I think this is a record.
Might be. Didn't pretend it would be, but isn't that how it works out?
And our guests.
Yes. Massive thank you to all the wonderful guests that came to be a part of this campaign and this finale. Thank you all so much for coming along with us on this story. Means a lot. Just know that we love you very much, and this is Thursday. Good night.
We campaigned.
Fuck.
Matthew Mercer.
You guys, I'm just fumbling through this shit. I wanted to do that. I've always wanted to roll 3 campaigns together.
So great.
Don't know if I'll ever get to do that again, so I'm happy we got a chance to do that.
Yeah.
For
10 years.
Still on board.
10 years.
10 years,
Gosh,
3
years.
campaigns, a specific number of characters that I don't know.
Oh, and don't forget that 4th campaign that we totally shot, edited, and threw in the trash.
Yes.
So many fucking ads from Sam goddamn Rico. Just so many ads, you insane man.
Lots of ads.
To this incredible crew, to all
Best
the
crew.
amazing, talented people that put this together, make it work, make it pretty, everybody who works behind the scenes to help us not go crazy, to play make-believe. I'm so glad y'all came and rolled dice in our dingy apartment 12 years ago.
To folding tables and birds pooping on our head.
Yep.
10 years of undeniable adventure in every sense of that word.
And to you, to the community, to all the critters that have been with us on this journey and are here with us tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love you guys.
That's a big table.
Minus size.
It can only bend that far, as far as like an action.
Oh my god.
You didn't look at me, Sam.
Minus size. You didn't look at me, Laura! Minus size.
I have a headache.
God, how you just ran the 36 hour?
That's fine. Hello, lovely.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. How you doing?
No, I'm gonna be processing this for a while, I think. So I'm a little dark and morose at the moment. It's only because this is a lot. It's not dark. Dark and morose isn't bad.
No, you're perfect. You're absolutely perfect. Look at these people. What you put together.
This is all crazy.
It's all crazy.
None of this makes sense.
Not even a little bit.
So good.
I have to get home to my fur baby, so I just
Oh,
yay! Cheers! Cheers to all of you. Cheers. I love you all. Thank you for letting me play you. Thanks, Christian. Have a lovely night and good night.
Oh, are you out, Christian?
Get home to the baby.
Love you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Drive safe. Thank you so much, Christian.
Smiley day.
Too soon.
I also have
Can
to
we
shout
talk about
out.
how good Christian smells?
He smells so good.
He does smell really
He
good.
smells really good.
Yeah.
He's always so fly and so well dressed.
Right?
He has got a good
Tom
print
Ford
style.
Cafe Roast.
My boy FRIDA does not gatekeep.
Well played, sir. Well played.
This is my favorite first note from the session. It just says, horse girl?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's it. Horse girl?
First notes, one of my first throwaway notes from when we were in Drusar was, you can ride big goats here.
Oh, the goats!
We never really hit the goats, did we?
Yes, it does.
2021.
We gave them all names.
Wild.
I know, right?
I don't have my notes from early in the campaign, but I did write down a bunch of song ideas for Scanlan. Nothing compares to you.
That's good. Pretty good.
Don't trot till you get enough. I just called to Nay, I love you. wild me's couldn't drag you away?
Oh, wow.
Copious just wrote R.I.P. Bert. Deeply impactful.
Does Deanna ever fuck Braius?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Every lifetime. I'll find you.
Every lifetime. I see when I lost my portable hole privileges.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue.
I'm gonna take care of the
Oh,
portable
that's
hole. I'm
right.
gonna make the list, and I only wrote down 2 things.
What do you have in there? And you're
Changing
like,
bust and dynamite, and I was like, I'm not gonna keep trying anymore. I'm not the person to do this. Can we just talk about Amy's nails for a second?
Always.
Oh my god!
Always.
She made them.
What?
Can you tell them between jobs because I made these?
How do you make nails?
How did you make? I got like fake piercings on like Temu, and then I just built them.
She builds them.
So do you are you gluing them to press them? Like is that the?
Yeah,
She got on the team.
Yeah, get a close-up shot.
For the people, actually, wait, let me go horizontal.
Yeah, get a
I'm pretty sure this is like the
Are you
fourth
kidding me
picture
with
we've gotten
these?
of Amy's nails.
Yeah, but this is actually going to be on a screen.
Because you had those crazy ass jeweled and chained ones when you were on like those haunt my nightmares. They're so cool. They're so fucking cool.
Can we just see like a little bit of the top?
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
It's
top.
so cool.
I think I'm allergic to it.
No, it's so cool though.
It's not wet. It's
really.
made from like resin or something.
We've been hosing you down backstage every 20 minutes.
Does your hair stick to it,
I'm
I'm just saying, you can all get some made. And
Does your hair stick to it?
Oh yeah.
Your fashion game has been strong since the very first EXU game.
Yeah. Thank you.
Matt, how do you feel overall?
I mean,
For Ciara.
emotionally spent in the best way.
Especially after the last week.
Yeah. This was a catharsis I didn't think I was preparing for.
Oh man.
I don't know, I'm just grateful. I love you guys. I'm so glad we get to do this weird shit together. And the fact that we've been doing it this long and we still get to... Man, I was trying so hard not to cry at the end.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I loved every minute of awesome.
You were so brave.
Weak.
Losing my goddamn mind back there.
Still trying to kill Chetney?
I remember that.
You survived cancer.
I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yes, baby.
Let's go. Good.
That's the best.
Wow.
That's the
Cancer
best.
between all
What a
this. It's nuts.
ride.
So much
That's
has happened.
unbelievable.
So
Yeah.
much has happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot. I'm getting older in 48 hours.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
48.
49
You got a birth?
motherfuckers.
No, 48 hours.
48 hours to 49.
48, 49.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did you last 48 to 48?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Tear the house? Tear it down.
I'm gonna sleep.
Wait, tomorrow's your
and my
birthday.
back's Sunday.
Sunday's your birthday.
Because I'm gonna do what you do, which is I'm gonna sleep and my back's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Al, you gotta stop dropping horrific truths.
Yeah.
You calm down.
There will be mescaline involved too. Are you satisfied?
Thank you.
I heard I'm not dead.
Love you guys.
Get that fan.
10 goddamn years.